Hey, Umar, where's the school you promised?
And Umar, where's the school you promised? Hey, Umar, where's the school you promised us? We're still waiting for that school.
Hey, Umar, where is the school you promised us?
Where's the school? Is the school gonna open, Umar?
Where's the school? Is the school gonna open, Umar?
Wait, you think I'm playing? Y'all hear that? Where's the school? They're still out there. Oh, good garbage grade, what am I gonna do? I tricked off all that money. Think. I tell them we applied for our certificate of occupancy, but the city turned us down. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. We got quite a bit to get into. It's going to be a different type of a show, and I'm going to be taking my time. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Quick, that's undefeated. Let's go.
FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. It's coming. FDMG is coming. It's coming, FDMG, it's coming, 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 it's coming. FDMG is coming, thought his personality be twerking, it's twerking.
Sorry, my mic was off. I was saying thank you for the kind words, Burrella. I appreciate it. It looks like we have a Black Mario and Miss Black Mario. So that's really cool. Welcome. How's it going, Ann? Thank you for tuning on in. Miss Sada's in the building as well. Thank you for tuning on in. Three Finger Pie roommate. Okay, so how's it going, 7 Vet, Bougie, Patriot, Sweet D? Give some shout outs for the sake of logic, Nina Boo, etc. Everyone else, thank you so much for tuning on in. So I want to get into this mold situation today. I've been kind of putting it off for it's been maybe about a month, and I've compiled some videos. We're going to be looking at some old. We're going to go year by year, and I just want to kind of give an overview, a general overview about the mold situation, because this is one of the more concerning aspects of this FDMG school scam. The fact that Umar Johnson settled on these trap bundles in February of 2019. Horrible purchase for $400,000, millions of dollars of renovation work needs to go into these. And then there's also this huge mold issue. These buildings are infested with mold, and there's different types of mold. There's also algae. I have my notes. There's mold, mildew, and algae. And the things that we're going to be looking at today is we're going to be looking at the black mold, and we're also going to be looking at what is called a white powder mold. And let me tell you guys, for many years, going all the way back to like 2019, when Umar started showing the interior, I was always wondering why there was this thin layer. It almost looks like dust, but it's this thin layer of dust over everything. And I thought that it was coming from the ceiling at first. But as time went on, it made more sense that this is something else that's going on. And in particular, you can see it inside of the small gym. You can see it inside the small school too. You can see it inside the small gym extensively. And I thought that it was because it was when the water dries up, because Umar had this issue with the plumbing in there where the pipe would back up. And anytime you have standing water like that, and this had been going on for many years, these buildings sat vacant for about 4 years before Umar acquired them. And that was a major issue inside of that gym. So the water would back up, and at least part of the gym would fill up. There'd be standing water in there, and then it would dry. Okay, and I thought that maybe that white film that it was just the residue left over. Okay, but that's not what that is, because what ended up happening later on was Umar, he got that pipe cleared out to where the water wasn't backing up anymore, and then that white film appeared again. Well, that's what it's called, white powder mode. Okay. We're going to get deep into this during this live stream. So what I did was I compiled videos. We're going to start in 2017 because that's the first time Umar went up there to go check out these trap bandos. And then we're going to fast forward to 2019. I'm going to give you examples of different mode situations, including the white mode. I think that's the most serious on the interior. There's black mode on the interior too. We've talked about that. I'll show you that. But then on the exterior, there's major mode issues on both sides of the street. Okay, so that's going to be the plan for today. I want to thank everyone so much for tuning on in. I'll plan on live streaming tomorrow. We will be doing a marathon over the weekend. We got to pick a day. Okay, so maybe today we can decide which day. Maybe I'll put up a poll. Somebody remind me. I'll put up a poll. Remind me in like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Otherwise, I may forget. I can write on my notes, but I still may forget. Let me put it right here. Set a poll for marathon day. And then we'll figure out which day would work for the most amount of people. And then we'll get together because we got 4th of July. Okay. And I'm using PTO too. So I got some time off. So I'm very thankful for that. All right. So again, I want to pull up this picture, which is the thumbnail, because I want to just illustrate something to you guys. This is FDMG powder mode. If you look at the middle picture, this isn't from these abandoned buildings. I did research, and this is just an example that I was able to find online. Okay, this is toxic. People should not be around this, and this has been sitting in these abandoned buildings now because it's still there since at least 2014. So it's about 12 years of this. Okay? I mean, people should not be in there at all. So that middle picture, that's powder mode that I was able to find online. But if you look over here on where Umar's standing, and this is the video I've showed recently, this is from 2019. It's the worst tour video that Umar Johnson gave. And if you look where he's standing, that's white powder mode that he's standing on. In fact, in this video, and I'll play it a little bit later on, Umar starts to cough. And the reason why is because the air quality in here is toxic and diabolical. He shouldn't have been in there, and he shouldn't have anyone else in there. If you look behind him too, you can see where the area where the water would accumulate. It's like it's kind of like brownish right there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the rest of the gym floor in this powder mode. And what happens is mold spores, whenever there's high humidity or there's water and it's standing, there's no air circulation, which is the case inside of the small gym and inside of the large, what Umar calls the large school or the small school. And then also on the other side of the street, it's been no serious ventilation, no HVAC going on in there since at least 2014. That's a long time. Okay, we're talking 11, almost 12 years now. So when it doesn't circulate, any mold spores, when the humidity goes up or if there's standing water, it takes root and it starts to grow. And that's what Umar is standing in. Okay, and then if you guys look at on the opposite side, there's people inside of that same gym. This is a different video. I'm going to show this one to you guys a little bit later. And you see on the floor there, on the ground, there's this white mold, the powder mold. Now, what happens is Umar, he actually buffs these floors. He cleans this up. It disappears, and then he gets this pipe fixed so that water doesn't come back in there. But then ultimately what happens is that this white powder mold, it resurfaces again because there's no ventilation and there's still issues in terms of the interior with mold spores. It's all throughout. FDMG, it's a biohazard. Okay, so that's what we're going to be getting into today. All right. But first, and there's super chats too. I'm going to get you. Yeah, let's do this now. So this is something that Umar posted. And yes, Earth to D, thank you for making this comment. And thank you for the super chat as well. This fool posted an AI pic of him as the Haitian president. Oh, hell no, please stay away from us. Shout out to our Haitian brothers and sisters in the house, okay? Shout out to Haiti, all right? Yeah, perfect timing. Thank you so much, Earth to D, for the super chat. If you look right here, Umar, he posted this on his Instagram page. It's disrespectful, okay? But the other thing is that it speaks to Umar's narcissism. Okay, Umar, he's a bum from Philly. He lives with his mama at the age of 51. He's about to be 52 here shortly. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a legitimate business. He doesn't even have a functional social media presence where he's earning income. He's been living off of black people since at least 2011. He's raised millions of dollars for a school that does not exist. He's a deadbeat. He don't take care of his kids. He doesn't have his own vehicle, and the list goes on and on and on. He's been homeless since 2019, and yet he has the audacity to post something like this, as if he's the president of Haiti. One people, one nation, one future. This is diabolical. This is diabolical. Umar, the narcissism is extreme and no respect whatsoever. Okay. All right. So I wanted to show that perfect timing. Thank you again, Earth to D, for that super chat. CJ says, tonight's game, take a drink every time Umar chews gum or candy like a giraffe. Yeah, I showed the video where he was laying in the bed and he was eating Twizzlers. It's a classic video. Umar has no sense. There's videos, CJ, where Umar, he'll start live streaming and he just eats. And he'll gorge. It's like what the milk bags, whatever it's called, something like that. And he'll just gorge and he don't even say nothing. And he just stuffs himself. Anyway, that's Umar. But he thinks that he's for some reason, he's the president of Haiti. All right. Thanks, CJ. Enterprise, how's it going, brother? So the mode is only growing darker and stronger on both. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And by the way, Enterprise reached out to me today, and he went by there. So he knows. Okay, we're going to be looking at some videos to see the exterior as well, but we're mainly going to be focusing on the interior. Okay, going all the way back to 2017. Okay, thank you, Enterprise. Thank you for the update. Aisha says those buildings are a petri dish. Yeah, it's amazing. And it was a problem before Umar acquired those buildings. In fact, when he went to go visit in 2017, I'll show the video. He knew that there was problems in there because you'll see how he does his upper lip. He does that when things smell really bad. And when he was going through these buildings, it was smelling really bad. There's other people that talked about how it smelled like mildew. I'll show that video too during the slides. We've got a lot to get into. They were toxic, and they're still toxic. And the poll question, the reason why the poll question is, how's it going, T. Jones? Thanks for being here. The reason why the poll question is so important was Umar ever serious about opening a school? 85% says no, 15% said yes. Make sure you can vote on a poll during this live stream. Our goal for likes too is 500. Let's go for 500. The reason why that poll question is important is because if Umar was serious about opening up a school, first of all, he wouldn't have purchased these trap banners in the first place for $400,000, given their condition. Okay, the condition of these buildings were horrible, and I'm not talking about the cosmetic stuff where he's painting stuff now, or he's fixed some floors, or he puts ceiling tiles in. I'm talking about as buildings, they're in deplorable condition. Why would he purchase these trap banners for $400,000 with millions of dollars of work that need to be done? But more importantly, as we get into the topic for today, why didn't Umar remedy the mold issue from the jump? He knew that it was a problem. Why didn't he, from day one, February of 2019, why didn't he remedy that? And by February of 2019, after purchasing these trap banners for $400,000, Umar should have been sitting on at least $600,000. Why didn't he take that $600,000, get this mold remediation taking place, to get it resolved? He didn't do that. Well, that's because he was never serious. See, the other thing is that these types of issues, they don't register in Umar's mind. In the first place, he doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to actually opening up anything or structural buildings or anything with buildings or structures. He doesn't know any of how to fix things. He's not handy. He's actually admitted that he was never taught to use his hands. So on one hand, he's incompetent. He doesn't know what to do. But the other thing is that he's a hoarder. These types of things don't register in his mind. Living in filth, trash all over the place, mold, mildew. It doesn't register in Umar's mind. And yet he had people up in there. And he's been in there too now for what, 7 years? Okay. See, it's a petri dish. FDMG is a biohazard. All right. Thank you, Aisha. Goddess Noel says, hey, I believe in affirmations, and here's one I made up. I have the delusional self-confidence in the Here we go. I have the delusional self-confidence and the mind-boggling money magnetism of Umar Johnson. I'm going to repeat this for 30 days and report back with my results. Okay, that's hilarious. I might have to write that one down. I have a delusional self-confidence in the mind-boggling money magnetism of Umar Johnson. I'm going to repeat this for 30 days and report back with my results. Okay. Well, let us know how that goes. If it works out for you, I'm going to try it myself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good affirmation. Okay. Kind of. Thanks, God, as well. That's hilarious. Enterprise says, drove by today. He cut the grass and finally got those 2 trash bags. Proof Umar pays attention to when we speak. Hi, Jermaine, you fraud bum. Yeah. Yeah. Because Enterprise, he went up there. This was last year. It was around wintertime. It was around wintertime. It may have been before that, though. And there was trash bags that had been thrown over the fence onto the property. And then he kept going back and they were still there for months. I don't know how many months, Enterprise. This is quite a few months. But then he went up there today and finally Umar got those trash bags. But that's because Umar watches these videos. He watched the video. We actually had Enterprise on where he broke all that down. Enterprise uploads this on his page too. Umar watches this. So he finally got that done. He should have had it done from the beginning. I'm going to say something else. You Umar Johnson followers, you should be thanking us, meaning you should be thanking Umar Johnson critics, because Umar Johnson would not have gotten done, in my estimation, 75 to 80% of what he has actually done since 2019 up there at these trap bandits, if it wasn't for us criticizing him and calling him to task and calling him out for the foolishness. 75 to 80%. See, Umar, he would have been perfectly fine sitting on it, because in essence, that's what he's done. He would have been perfectly fine not doing anything and just keep collecting money. But we've been on him. And many Umar Johnson critics over the years, some people are no longer critics. There are people who were supporters, now they're critics. The list goes on and on and on. Because of that, Umar Johnson had to take some sort of action. And so when he sees Enterprise show that and report on that, Umar finally got the trash. But he should have handled that from the beginning. It shouldn't have been out there in the first place for many months. Okay. Shout out to Enterprise. Thank you, sir. T. Jones says, I made it 5.5 years of membership. Yeah, that might be the record. It might be. My membership is more dedicated to the Cookie Crush chat than Umar is to his donors in that band. Though I know that's right. I know that's right. And even this year, Umar hasn't been up there all that much. And again, because I went through 2017, I pulled that video, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, to find videos of Umar inside these trap banners where I can use as examples where you see mode issues, right? Well, when I got to 2026, I really couldn't find anything. And we're over half of the halfway through. What? Yeah, we're going into July, so we're over half way through the year. So yeah, he's not dedicated to this project. He was never serious. I said this a long time ago. You were around. I said that if Umar was serious from day one, February of 2019, he would have been up there every single day getting something done, because that's what a real man would have done. See, he wouldn't have to go and go travel and talk, but that traveling and talking, it fulfills needs. It fulfills his need for attention. It fulfills his need, the narcissism, the sense of self-importance. It also gains him access to cooch. Let's be real about it. To crush cookies. It also it feeds its ego. And then of course he's been homeless since the end of 2019, so they provide him with room and board. But if he was serious, what he should have done from day one, and he would have made more money. I mean, people would have sent him more money. I should say it that way. Is from day one, he sets up an office. He should have been sitting on at least $600,000, and we're not even counting how much money he raised in 2017 to 2018. But he should have been sitting on about $600,000 after purchasing these trap banners for $400,000. What he should have done is set up an office space. He still doesn't have one in 2026. Think about that. Set up an office space, get a nice desk, a nice chair, like an executive chair, right? And then put some nice pictures on the wall. Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, get the logo, put the logo up there, get some nice plants in there, make it look nice. Have a desk, and then what he should do is every single day he should be up there working, doing something, and then he does a live stream to report to people what he's doing for that day. If you guys can support, then people send him money, and then at the end of the week He gives an update. He sits at that desk. He has a list of things. This is what we did today. This is how much money we spent. This is how much money we received. This is how much more money we need to get to the next phase of this, whatever the case may be, and have it itemized and do that every single day. He would have received way more donations than he's received, and he wouldn't have to be doing all these shenanigans. But see, it was more important for Umar to travel, to chase cooch, for the adoration, to make himself appear to be more important than he is, as opposed to boots on the ground, getting work done up there at FDMG. He was never committed to it. He was never. Okay. All right. Thank you, T. Jones. CJ says the mold at the Bando's birth Umar. Jamar and Barbara found him 3 days later. No, don't do that. I will tell you this though, CJ. I'm quite sure that the mold has impacted Umar health-wise, because you can't be up in an environment like that that's toxic. It's mold infestation. It's a biohazard. You can't be in an environment like that for 7 years, and there's still no operating HVAC. So that air is nothing circulating. It's mind-boggling. I guarantee you that it's impacting his health for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a catch-22 on Umar's part, because he thinks like his mind is criminal. He's criminal-minded. He thinks like a criminal. See, they're not thinking long-term consequences. He should never purchase these trap banners in the first place. He could have taken that $400,000 and just rented out a place for, I don't know, 3 years, used the rest of the money to kind of get there and rent out a place that you ain't got to do no renovation work. Just lease it. But he was never serious in the first place. But as a consequence, I guarantee you, in my opinion, that him being in a toxic environment, mold infested, on the exterior and on the interior, with no ventilation and still no working HVAC, that has impacted Umar in terms of his health. It's a catch-22. But see, that's because he's criminal-minded. He's a scammer, and these are the consequences. Okay? Thank you, CJ. Black Mario says, did he do a walkthrough before he purchased the building? Yeah, he did a walkthrough in 2017, but he didn't actually acquire them until 2019. I'm going to show the video today. But did Umar get an inspection done? No, he didn't get an inspection done, because going into February 2019, when he makes a school announcement video, he doesn't know what needs to be done. He's throwing out random figures about how much money he needs. One time he said $250,000 for one side of the street, the small, what he calls a small school and the small gym. Then I heard him say $350,000. I've also heard him say $500,000. I also heard him say it's $1 million for the whole campus. Oh, it's millions of dollars. See, if he had a general contractor come through and they looked at everything, they would have been able to quote him a general price, and then he could have that figure, and it would be an itemized list, and he can go from there. But he doesn't operate like a professional, and that's what he should report to his audience. Listen, there's a lot of renovation work needs to be done. Here's an itemized list. All this should be on the FDMG website as well. He's never had a professional website, and he still doesn't have one. The closest thing that he had was in 2014. It was called umarjohnsonschool.com, and it was trash. I showed it last week, and I think the week before that, but I showed it years ago, and it looked bad then. It looks even worse now because we're in 2026. It looks like a website from like the late 1990s. I kid you not. It was trash. See, but all of that should have been on the website to update people. So he never got any of that done. And it's possible, and I don't know for sure, but it's possible that he hasn't done that yet either. He hasn't had someone actually come through, a professional, to look at everything and tell him, listen, this needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. This is how much it's going to cost, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think Umar's done that. Okay. Thanks, Black Mar. And again, that's the poll question. He was never serious. If he was serious, he would have done that back in 2017. Yeah, I'll show the video. That's going to be the first video we're going to get into. Thanks, Black Mario. TJ says, who are the 14% that voted that Umar was serious about opening the school? I want whatever they own. No. There's people who they just troll. It's fine. Like they they're not Umar Johnson supporters, but they just get in there and they'll troll. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. So was Umar Johnson ever serious about opening up a school? 86% said no, 14% said yes. So make sure you get your vote in during live stream. Our goal for likes today is 500. We're at 133. So if you at any point you're enjoying the show, hit that like button. Okay. All right. Let me do the rest of these and we'll get to the video. Thank you, TJ. Let's see. Black Wolf says he had that already in the storage unit. I'm trying to tell you, ain't no telling what Umar, Black Wolf been around a long time. Ain't no telling what Umar, what else he had in that storage unit. Ain't no telling. Okay. All right. Thanks, Black Wolf. I ran across that video where he found a storage unit today when I was looking through stuff. Thank you so much. Not when he found it, but when he was able to get into it for the first time. I think that was in 2020. Okay, he had got a locksmith to come out. Anyway, thanks, Black Wolf. Craig Air Force says Umar is Barbar the elephant eating eating barking. I remember Barbar the elephant. That was a cartoon, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's from back in the day. Yeah, it was from 1989 to 2001. Yep. Excuse me, 1989 to 2001. Yeah, that takes me back right there. All right, thanks, Craig Air Force. Okay, let's get going, everybody, because we got quite a bit to get into during this live stream. Shout out to everyone inside of the Cookie Crush chat. I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's get into the first video. We're going to go to September 7th of 2017, and this is the first time that Umar was actually inside these abandoned buildings. And let's see what happens here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Staff lounge.
Which could be a classroom.
Yeah, kind of tight though. What about here? Oh.
And I think here there was just the two classes.
See, I mean, it was in bad shape then. I don't even pause it already, but it was in this. Boy, I tell you.
Now there was one down in that corner though, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, no problem. So that was one.
I mean, cafeteria. Then there was two classes in here. One here.
Now she's talking about the cafeteria. This is in the larger building. Okay, there's no cafeteria facility on the other side of the street. Umar hasn't done anything in the larger building.
Okay. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 so far.
No other classes.
Okay.
Now you see how Umar's doing his face? That's because it stinks in there. Take a listen. Take a look. See, it stinks in there. So again, these buildings have been shut up for since 2014, if memory serves me correctly. Let me get my timeline out. I'll be actual and factual here. It closed down 2015. Okay, 2015, it closed down for the second time and never reopened. So Umar comes up in there about 2 years later, and the air quality is probably horrible. I'm sure it is because it's been shut up. The windows are boarded up. There is a massive hole in the roof, and I believe it's on this side of the street, the massive hole. So there's definitely going to be mold and mildew issues even in 2017. But that's why Umar, he's looking like that, because it stinks.
3 so far.
No other classes.
Okay.
Look at that.
Four.
It's like a horror movie.
This is the other side of the computer lab.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
The science.
Yeah, I count that.
See, those are the same desks that Umar showed in 2026. Remember, he was wiping them down? Those are the desks right there.
Okay.
Which again, like the size of this one.
You could make
be
2.
2.
Could make 2.
Yeah, see, I can't remember Umar actually going. Well, he does in 2019, but most people haven't seen the interior of the larger building because Umar hasn't done anything up in there.
That's just the water heater.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
See? Yeah, the stench is
that's a class there in the corner.
horrible.
Yeah. It's open.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention LeBron's not coming back to the Lakers. I'm sorry. I just had my smoothie. I'm sorry. The red stuff is What is a red fruit? Not blueberries, but raspberries. Anyway, LeBron is not coming back to the Lakers. It's kind of sad news for me because I'm a Laker fan. But on the other hand, I think it's good for the Lakers. I think it's going to be good for LeBron too. I would have loved for him to finish his career in Los Angeles, but it is what it is. Salute to LeBron. All right, here we go. Yeah, they're counting classrooms. Yeah, good point. Yeah, this is a really good point. Afrocentric women, shout out to you, of course, as always. Notice he's alone. So that's huge point. Okay, let's keep going. Someone said silent hill. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the zombie to come on out.
Yeah. Pretty big here. Okay.
Yeah, this is the computer lab space because I have this a video of the Moyer Academy. They had students in there with the computers set up back in the day.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we hit them all? I think
so. Friday the 2 deep. Yeah, he may be going to the Warriors. I mean, that'd be interesting. I think it'd be good for the league, but I don't think that they're going to be competitive. I think that age
basically
is going to be a major issue.
It's just more size, but
this hallway,
same amount.
Yeah.
And we came. You know what? One more peek at that gym.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. So it wasn't the 14 then. Those other spaces was probably office.
Yeah, they're probably the bigger offices.
Yeah, this gym looked decent back then.
Wow, it's amazing. It's almost like a big version of the other school. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it looks decent in there. But see, it was 2 years later when Umar acquired them, but by that time, there's graffiti all up in here. And I mean, it's just, and then it's gotten worse since that time. In fact, let me show you guys something. Let's do, let's see, what is this? Let me find this. Yeah, here it is right here. I know I've shown it many times, but I just want to give you guys just a little context. This is the context actually here in 2017, but by the time Umar acquires them in 2019.
Peace and love, black family. This is the Prince of Pan Africanism, King Kong conscious.
So if you look with Umar, you can see there's graffiti in there, more graffiti, but it still doesn't look bad, right? But by the time you get to 2025 on the other side, it's a side-by-side, it's filthy in there. Umar turned it into his own personal storage space when he got evicted. And this is all of his belongings. And then there's whole lot of other shit in there though too. It just goes to show you whether you want to look at 2017 to 2019, and then you can go to 2025, Umar's working backwards. By the way, if you guys look down on the bottom here, on the floor there, that is this Umar tried to pass this off as sabotage, vandalism in 2025. This vandalism is old. I mean, this could go back to 2019, towards the end of 2019 when he moved his stuff in there. Yeah, that's amazing. He's actually gone backwards on many levels. Okay, but he'll show cosmetic improvements to give people the illusion of progress. But the truth of the matter is, he's gone backwards.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. That'll work.
All right, let me skip through. Right here, they show the cafeteria facility or area.
No outside yard, though, right? Everything is inside.
Yeah.
So where did they take the hospitals when they needed to get outside, like in the summer or spring?
You don't know. Yeah, let me skip through. He goes outside too and walks around a bit. Look like he ran. This is the liquor store around the corner. Let's see what happened over here.
We're just walking around the block for a minute. Got a little corner store.
Yeah, whenever Umar makes those types of noises, it's just he's undecided. He doesn't know what to do.
Got the drink up in here for pop.
All right.
Prince of Pan Africanism live in Wilmington.
All right, he burping and everything. Okay, so that's 2017. Okay, that's the first time Umar went to actually visit these trap bandos. But it wasn't until 2019 that he actually purchased the abandoned buildings. Binky says, King Kong Tunda, he need to quit. Yeah, but the truth is, I don't think he sees a way out. And I also don't think that he's equipped to deal in the real world. So he's so used to this that he doesn't know any other way. At least he can't think beyond it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And it's a catch-22 because this is done is that he's destroyed himself with this FDMG. Well, it's not just the FDMG school scam. It's a culmination of many things, but this hasn't worked well for Umar at all. Not at all. Oh, by the way, I found that video. Here's that. I know I played it last week, but here's the video where Umar was. Thanks, Binky, for being a member. This is the video where Umar, he was afraid that he's going to be exposed by his daughter.
And I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't. I'm not begging nobody. The only thing good that's coming out of this unfortunate situation is everybody got to pick a side. Pick a side and stay on it.
Okay. And this is later. This is in 2025, where after his daughter actually comes out and exposes him. And Umar wanted people to pick sides, him against his daughter. And it was horrible. Many guys remember that just horrible situation. And Umar, how he handled it was just ridiculous. Umar, yeah, I know he does that a lot, though. I think Umar, a part of his issue is that, again, he's a functional idiot. And I don't mean to say that in a disrespectful way. If he walks into a space where he hasn't been, he's overwhelmed, and he'll be like, and he's like looking around. I've seen this with Umar. Like I remember he was shopping one time. It's the same thing. He doesn't know how to shop. You know, he likes to shop, but he just starts grabbing things and throwing it inside of the cart. That's when he was going to do a cleanup day. But that's one of the problems with Umar, and the notion that someone like Umar is going to open up a school and it's just him. It's ridiculous. Someone who has Umar's issues, they need a team around him. They need professionals to help guide him and give him instruction. But the narcissism, he thinks he knows everything. He don't know nothing. He really doesn't. So living with his mom at the age of 51, about to be 52. Thanks, TJ. Okay, let's go to 2019 when Umar acquired these trap bandos. Here we go.
Take that one. Give me that big one.
Oh wait, this is the wrong one. We're gonna come back to this one. That's one of the early tours. Here we go. So many guys remember this video. Umar posted 3 videos. He did the school announcement video. He did an outside tour. I'm gonna show that one next. But he also did this school promo video. When Umar recorded this, though, this was in 2018. That's why he has on.
Good afternoon. My name.
I can't remember what this is called. What he had. I just slipped my mind again. But that's because he had a funeral around this time that he had to go to. And he went in, this is in 2018, to actually record this video, and he's talking as if he already owns it, but he didn't. He didn't own it. He just, again, he's diabolical with it.
Is Dr. Umar Johnson. I am a certified school psychologist and doctor of clinical psychology. 4 long years ago, we began a fundraising campaign to build America's first independent African-centered school based off the principles of Pan Africanism and international economics. It has been 4.
Yeah, he didn't have the keys at this time. See, that's why when Umar shows this right here, he's faking. He's such a piece of fake. I remember we figured this out. You were around back, Black Wolf. If you guys notice, when after Umar walks up these stairs, he puts a key into, or he acts like he's putting in the key. Now, this is what I mean by Umar. He's a master manipulator. He's a scammer. Because even to have a key and then on the keychain to have this logo on here, it's a scam. Because Umar, he's acting like this key opens up these buildings, but it doesn't. This is in 2018 before he actually acquired them. And if you notice, watch this. Look at the key. He's not even putting the key slot is horizontal. He's inserting the key diagonally. Well, that's because that key doesn't fit. He's a con man. Y'all see that hit the one? He's such a con artist. It's ridiculous. And it's so unnecessary. Let's keep going.
Doctor of clinical psychology. 4 long years ago, we began a fundraising campaign.
What's up, April Punch?
Independent, African-centered school.
Based off what's up,
Xenoflex? Of Pan Africanism.
Yeah, you
remember? Economics. It has been.
That was a long time ago. That was such a long time ago. We were like, wait a minute, that key he ain't putting the key in right. He's such a scammer. Shout out to Afrocentric women. Umar, he's something else. He really is. Don't nobody else be behaving like this, but Umar. Yeah, he says 4 years ago from 2019, but we know that that's not true. Okay, Umar received land in 2012. All right, so this video is from 2000. Well, he records this in 2018, but he posted in 2019. And this guy, he be lying.
4 long years of fundraising, 4 long years of searching all across this country, flying and driving from state.
Why would it be necessary to look for a building for 4 years? That's crazy.
To state, city to city, looking for the best place to begin. The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey.
Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey rolling it around their grave.
RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan African Excellence.
This logo too, is that a praying mantis on? I don't know. No, that's not a
for Pan African Excellence.
I thought it was
I want to thank all of my loyal supporters.
Look at these people. I wonder where these people are at.
Who have stood by me through this tough and difficult time. And I am happy and elated to report to you today that we have found the
look at that, got shit hanging all out the ceiling
for the very first FDMG Academy. Brothers and sisters.
He said the first one.
Ladies and
look at the wires hanging out.
Gentlemen. Parents and youth and elders, our ancestors are happy today. They rejoice in heaven because we can now begin the process of.
Moran says, "Hey, Lenon and Cookerstown, I am one of the few who believe that Umar wanted the school in the beginning. I felt that as he realized what it really took to open and operate a school, he just gave up." It's an interesting perspective because I think there's a part of Umar that gave up, but I also think that the part of him that believed that it was going to happen, that it was really rooted in his narcissism and then his delusion. That's what I think. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that I'm talking about as a rational thinker, someone who's in their right mind. I don't think Umar ever intended on opening up a school, but I think as someone who is delusional and the delusions of grandeur. There are times where Umar thinks he can do anything. Someone who thinks like that, I think that there was a point where he at a certain point he realized that he and I think he knows that now for sure. But I think there was a certain point where he realized it's not going to happen. But because this is his main source of income, and it has been since at least 2010, 2011. Well, he has options, but what options would Umar actually pursue? Because those other options would require him to humble himself in the first place, but also he would have to go and get a job or start a career or start a legitimate business, and that's hard work. He's lazy. And then on top of that, he's so used to other people taking care of him. He can just sit back and just, carry this out for another 4 or 5 years. What incentive does he have to change? So yeah, I get what you're saying here. I think that on one level, Umar, he believed that he was going to pull it off, but that was more of his delusional thinking. But then I also think that based upon him in that thinking, him thinking that there was a point where he realized that, no, I don't even know what I'm doing. And I think he knows that for sure now. One other thing, I think there may be times where Umar flips, even, he'll flip back to thinking that he can pull it off. Some more donations come in. He's like, oh, I can make this happen. The point is that Umar, he's not a rational thinker. He's not. Anyone in their right mind, in the first place, they wouldn't have purchased these trap bundles. They wouldn't take $400,000 to do that. Like I said, it would have made much more sense if he just leased a building in Philadelphia. It could have 3 classrooms and an office space. Lease it and just start there. And instead of taking $400,000 to purchase these trap bundles that it's going to cost millions of dollars to renovate and get up to code, let alone operation costs, it turns into a money pit, and that's exactly what has happened. But he could have gone a whole different route with this. But see, if again his level of thinking, it's all about delusion of grandeur. Just like his sense that he's going to make this happen was based upon a delusion of grandeur, and he sold it to people. He really did. He sold it to people, going all the way back to at least 2010. And I mean, the types of things that he was telling people he was going to do, it sounded great. Some of it was over the top, delusional too. He said he was going to build, I'm sorry, I don't mean to go off, but he said he was going to build an observatory on the roof of one of these buildings. Who thinks like that? No one in their right mind is going to think like that, but Umar will, because the narcissism, and he has a delusions of grandeur. Well, that's part of what Umar Johnson has done, is he's turned his delusion into something that people may begin to believe in if he sells it the right way. And really, it's the wrong way, because he shouldn't be selling it in the first place, like it's really going to happen. But I agree. I think that at a certain point he realized that it's not going to happen. But that doesn't mean, Miranda, that after he realizes that he doesn't go back to thinking that he's gonna pull it off, because he's not a rational thinker at all. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of people in the beginning who believed that Umar was going to make this happen. There's people in the chat room who believe. If you're anyone in the chat room, quick chat, if you're comfortable with saying that, yeah, I thought he was going to pull this off, hit the 1. I can tell you, when I first heard about this was in 2014, and I knew right away that it wasn't going to happen, because it was just him. He was up there at the St. Paul's College and walking around with them jeans on, and he didn't have a team. He didn't have a plan. He's just asking for money. It didn't make sense to me. No business plan. He didn't have a website at that time. See, last point, if Umar was serious, then when he makes the announcement back in 2010 that the school's going to open September 11, 2013, he would have had a website set up right then. Right? Well, he didn't do that. He didn't get his first website called Umar Johnson School until 2014, and it was trash. It wasn't professional. And then here we are in 2026. He doesn't have a website. Yeah. Okay. And one last thing. In his mind, he may have given up. Okay. But then he may have believed again, and then he may have given up and believed again. But I'll tell you one thing, is diabolical that in those moments where he gives up, he still asks for donations. And that's where the scam is at. See? Okay. Thanks, Miranda. And thanks for your honesty too. A lot of people wouldn't be willing to admit, but it takes courage and integrity to say, hey, listen, I believed in that. This stuff I used to believe in too. I don't believe in it anymore. But salute to you. And thank you for the super chat, Miranda. Jay Civic says, Umar Johnson wants to be the Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, etc. He thinks he's Marcus Garvey. He wants a legacy. He does, but what has Umar Johnson produced when it comes to legacy? Snow Bunnies never, a Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. I mean, really, what has he produced when it comes to legacy? And even you Umar Johnson followers, you guys can't give me 5 things that would lend to this idea of a legacy. You can't say he opened up a school. You can't say that he was a dedicated husband or a father, or that he was committed to a Black woman. You can't say any of that. What's his legacy exactly? He wrote 2 books that have no source material in it whatsoever. He's a school psychologist. He's not a school psychologist. He's a child psychotherapist, as he says. No, he's not a child psychotherapist. What's his legacy? He runs his mouth? Yeah, I guess. See? But yeah, Umar, on his resignation letter with the UNIA back in 2005, he referred to himself as the modern day Malcolm X. How? And he wants to be Marcus Garvey, he thinks he's the descendant of Frederick Douglass. He knows it's not true, but that's like I was saying before, Miranda. Even with that, Umar, I'm sure there's times where Umar's come to grips with the fact that he's not related to Frederick Douglass, but then he goes back to it because it's a selling point for him, and it makes him feel special, and it makes other people think that he's special, even though his father took a DNA test back in 2019, if memory serves me correctly, and it comes back that there's no genetic relationship whatsoever. So I'm sure there were times where Umar says, okay, I need to give up on that, but then he goes right back to it. Okay. Thanks, Jay Civic. And then User 225 says, Anakin versus Obi-Wan, but it's Lenon versus Umar. Coco, please. Oh, man. That would be interesting. Yeah. Shout out to the sci-fi people up in the building. Thank you, User 225. Okay, let's get back to it, everybody. Here we go. Where are we at? Oh, so I'm going to play a little bit more of this. Here we go.
Ecological reconstruction, one African mind at a time.
At a time.
At the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, we're going to be teaching our young men along the lines of 6 key sciences. The first science will be economic and financial science. We want our young men to understand
economic science, financial science. What are you talking about? See this? Overselling.
Wealth as opposed to money. We want them to understand international investments, banking. We need them to be able to read the stock market reports. We want them to understand real estate, and we want them to master the principles of interest. In addition to financial and economic science,
this is so ridiculous because he had money sitting in a non-interest bearing account.
We're going to teach our young men dietary and nutritional science.
Look who's talking.
As you know, our people are dying every day from poor food and poor dietary habits. We want to teach them how to understand and use the vitamins and minerals that the universe has given us. We want to teach them how to eat in order to live. And on top of that, there will be agricultural and agronomical science. If we want them to eat properly, we must show them how to grow properly. We must show them how to make their own food, to grow their own fruit, to grow their own vegetables. Oh yes, this is a...
Look who's talking. By the way, notice how in 2019, you don't see that film over everything. You guys see this?
Green Thumb Academy, where we not only eat to live.
Okay, it could be argued that Umar wiped it down. That's possible before, but I just want people to notice that because when we get to these other videos, okay.
But we grow the food that we eat.
What's up, Derek?
That, there will be the science of the...
Sharif says, Umar grow horizontally. Yeah, I know the editing on this, it is atrocious. Well, he's wearing a tux because he had a funeral around this time. So he just used the tux to do this video. Okay, and he did this video in 2018, but he tries to act like he did it in 2019 because he's talking as if he owns the building in 2018.
Community and the family. We have to teach our young men how...
Yeah, it's a damn shame. He don't take care of his own kids. He's diabolical.
To be fathers, how to be sons, how to be organizers, and how to be leaders. And
Umar, that baby ain't reading that shit. Cut it out. He's such a phony. That baby ain't reading that shit. Stop.
Then after that, political science. To make sure
they
understand
diabolical.
The world in which they live. And then
you trying to grow your
to understand all of the great astrological and
that's
cosmological spiritual systems that African people have given to the world.
He said astrological and cosmological.
But not least, we must also make sure they understand the science of being men.
Okay,
this
is
why the Frederick...
Umar, it's not a science. He throws science in front of anything to make it seem like it's big and it's huge. Cut it out.
Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy exists.
Like the science of words, we're going to teach them the science of numbers. We're going to teach them the science of psychology. We're going to teach them the science of growing fruits and vegetables. We're going to teach them the science of eating ham hocks. Umar, don't do that. He just, everything is over the top with this guy. It really is. Yeah, it is. It's low budget. It's yeah, stock photos and low budget. What's up, Estevades? And stock photos and yeah, yeah, they know electricity. Yeah, they put some little lights up, battery powered lights. It's just anyway. Ike says it's never just one science subject; it's always two. I know, but that's what I'm saying. He oversells stuff. The science of packing. Science Man 2 day. He need to rename himself Science Man. The science of science. The science of PayPal. The Yoni science. Oh no, don't do that, Afrocentric woman. The science of abandoning your children. That is, oh man, wow. Joshua said the science of zebra cakes. All right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sean Collins, she oh my God. The science of being a deadbeat. The science of uppers and downers. You got the science of Uncle Nancy. All right, let me get out this chat, y'all. Whenever people bring up Uncle Nancy, it's time to get out the chat room. Yeah. Be who you are. All right. Wow. The science of bunnies, the science of gifts. Who said this? Michi said frozen bank account science. Oh man, that's crazy. The science of scamanism. It sounds like me. That sounds like something I say, scamanism. Y'all crazy. All right, let me get up out of here. Science of the plug. Jimmy Jamboree. Okay. PayPalology. Okay, let me get out of here. All right, turn the heat down, science. Cheeks Academy. Oh my God. Cheeks Academy of Science. What in the world? What in the world is going on in this chat room? Let me get out of here. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm out of here. Let me get out. Oh man, you guys are wild. What's up, God's little princess? All right, if y'all enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Man, that is wild. I'm out of there. I'm out. Okay. Oh man. Woo. Okay, let me get myself together. I'm too old. TJ says, family, we are going to teach bootleg karate, the art of scamming, learning how to grip, and the science of paying in bulk for child support. You guys ain't gonna never let that go, huh? You guys ain't gonna never let that go. Umar said he paid child support in bulk. Y'all leave him alone. All right, TJ. Here we go. Bulk payments 101. Okay. All right. I'm out of there. All right, thanks, TJ. Okay, where were we at? Let's get back to the main video. Here we go. Shout out with good chat.
Within the sacred walls of this great institution.
Sacred walls? What in the world? Walking through the door.
Brothers and sisters, we are not yet done the work of preparing these schools for our young men. There are still many more repairs and renovations that have to take place. I need
Obviously.
you to continue to donate.
See that?
I need you to continue to sacrifice financially.
See, again, this is crazy. He should have been sitting on $600,000 at least after purchasing these traps.
Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to give in.
Yeah, he should have cleaned all this shit up behind him before he does his video.
We have our...
Look at that. You see how all that, the mold ain't all the way down? Look at that. Hit the one. You guys see that? I mean, there's mold, but it's not all over the place. Black Wolf says Smurfology. Don't do that. I'll get out of there. But you see the difference, even from 2019 now, even now, because this is the larger building. All this is mold all over this right here.
We're building. But now we must repair, renovate, and restore this fine institution so that it is once again a model of 21st century learning. Brothers and sisters, please send your checks.
Give me the money. Yeah.
And money orders payable to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey
Big
Academy,
Papa,
to P.O. Box.
See, again, he had his P.O. box back then in Philadelphia. That got shut down for fraud by the state. And then he sets the one up in Wilmington.
6872 Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Should have been sitting on 600 cables.
32.
All right.
We are going to make history. We are going to shock the world. We are going to transform the entire community, one black boy at a time. In this school, you don't have to worry about special education.
We look like a penguin about to fly. I know penguins can't fly, but it looked like he about to fly.
In this school, you don't have to worry about ADHD diagnoses. In this school, you will never get a phone call from a teacher or an administrator telling you that your child needs dangerous psychiatric medication in order to get an education. In this school, the teachers are responsible for learning. In this school, I am, your child's principal, is responsible for his academic success.
He really I mean, that's what I mean. The delusion in this guy is extreme. Can you believe this?
We don't blame the parents.
He's acting as if the school exists. This is in 2018. He didn't even own it in 2018. This is crazy.
At the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. And not only that, in this fine institution,
run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby. Get on your CashApp, don't be lazy. These hot cookies got me going crazy. Run them donations, baby. All right. Yeah, that was a jam back in the day. Yeah, I know. In that deep, rated R for Robert, Umar said he needs y'all. He said he talking to me. Let's be clear about that right now. He ain't talking about me. That's y'all's principle. He said he needs y'all to sacrifice, continue to sacrifice financially for him. For what? It's over 7 years later, and still no school. Not one black child been educated. Diabolical. Thank you, rated R for Robin.
We teach self-respect. In this fine institution, we teach Garveyism. In this fine institution, we teach African race pride and African self.
He lost his effing mind and grabbed people's hand. I know that's right. He sure did. Thanks, J Civic. Yeah, y'all remember that song? What was it? It was called "Run Them Donations." I ain't seen that one in a long time. Yep. Let me get out this chat room, you guys. Let me get out of there right now.
Determination, not in one thing, but in all things.
See the narcissism? He got to put himself next to Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey.
In this school,
he about to fly again.
Africa.
All right, look in the back, y'all. Look on the back on the floor.
For the Africans, those at home, and those abroad. In this school, your child will be taught.
Did y'all see that? Look in the back. See, there's water coming in over here too. You see how if you look at towards the top and you look at the paint, how it's flaking like that. This is the large gym. So if you guys go on the outside of the large gym, you know how there's all of that mold growing down. Okay, that's water issues. There's water issues in here too, and that's why if you look down at the bottom, you can see in the background. Okay, this is coming up from above. Okay, so there was water issues inside the larger. And this is the first time I noticed this inside the larger gym.
Teach Africa for the Africans, those at home.
Because he's still in the large gym. Yeah.
And those abroad in this school.
And the reason why there's lighting in here is it's better lit, if you will, is because there's large windows towards the top of this structure.
Your child will be taught the history and life and works of the greatest Black leader of the 19th century, the Honorable Frederick Douglass. Your son will also be taught the history, the life, and the works of the father of modern Pan Africanism, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. What your son will get in this academy, he will not get anywhere else on earth.
He didn't get none of it. What are you talking about?
Because this is an international school. And the beauty of what we are going to do here at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, the beauty lies in the fact that where this great school is located gives our young men in Maryland an opportunity
he really is.
to learn here. We will give our young men in New Jersey an opportunity to learn here. We will give our young
Pennsylvania,
men in Pennsylvania,
Wilmington,
an
New York
opportunity to learn here. The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, school number 1, will be in the second.
Boy, this editing is deplorable. Let me skip through because he ain't.
Reconstructing the African mind, one child at a time. I don't have to tell you that we have a war against Black boys in this country that is sending our young men.
Yeah, this is all manipulation right here. He got to go down with the G pose. He think he a G.
I dedicate this sacred institution. I dedicate this sacred in the name of our elders, in the name of my 2 grandmothers, both of whom I lost this year.
See, and that's when we realized years ago that this video was recorded in 2018 because his grandmothers, both of them passed in 2018. Rest in peace to both of them. But see, Umar, he posted this in 2019, pretending as if, well, in this video, he's pretending as if he already owned the school. He's diabolical, but that's how he always self-exposes. That's when we were like, oh, wait a minute now. See, who does that?
I dedicate this sacred institution. I dedicate this sacred space to the resurrection.
All right, go on and pour some down for the homies too while you down
to
there.
The reclamation of African people.
So goofy.
All I can say is get ready. Get ready for redemption. Get ready for resurrection. Get ready to rejoice because the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence is about to open its doors. Brothers and sisters, if you would like to volunteer or work at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence, please contact me at Dr. Umar Johnson at yahoo.com. That's DrUmarJohnson at yahoo.com. Or you can call your brother at 844-4-Dr. Umar. That's 844-4-DrUMAR. I want volunteers. I want brothers and sisters with skills and talents and expertise that they are willing to share with our young men. come and be a part of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy family. Come and be a part of this great Pan-African renaissance that we are going to begin at this school. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that at the FDMG Academy, there will be no out-of-school suspension. At the FDMG Academy, parents will never be.
All right, let me just skip through. He keeps running his mouth. These are some of the desks that he actually moved over to the other side of the street, and he showed in 2026. Okay, but they were already there, and they looked decent back then, back in 2000. This is from 2018. But I want to remind people, though, you notice how that white film is not, you don't see it. See, because this is in a larger building. What I think is that white film is mainly seen inside of that small gym and in the small, what Umar calls a small school. I don't think it's as much of an issue on this side of the street, the larger building, but there's so much, there's black mold issues on the exterior, and there's also water damage on the interior of that gym, the large gym. Okay, he goes outside and he starts walking, and he's still trying, you know, this is, well, I'll tell you, this almost at the end. Let's watch this.
The Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and the UNIA has given us the blueprint. They said wherever Garvey goes, so goes the headquarters of the great movement.
Excuse me. So goes. He's so dramatic.
And as a result of that, where I go, so goes the international headquarters for all of African people.
Okay, narcissism.
So from this space, we will organize our community. From this space, we will save our young people. From this space, we will support our sisters. And from this space, we will resurrect our brothers. It's going down in 2019. 400 years later, the quadricentennial of African people. Get your boots on, get ready, get focused, and get dedicated, because there is work.
Interesting, he says people to get their boots on, but have you guys ever seen Umar working up here in boots?
Work that must be done. And we need all members of our community to come together, whether you are no.
All right, let me just skip through.
Pan-African world. I have kept my promise. Two schools. We have the can not only survive, but also thrive. And brothers and sisters, we don't only have just one school.
Yeah, it didn't look as bad as it does today. This is on the other side of the street. Isn't that interesting? Looks worse now. Okay, so this is the video from 2019 that Umar Johnson released. It's a series. There's 3 videos that he showed. This was, it's kind of like an inside tour, but it's more of a school promo video that he recorded in 2000. He recorded in 2018, but he was pretending as if it was recorded in 2019. There's one other one. This is the second video that he released. I think this is it. Let me see. No, we just covered this one. Okay, hold on.
We are going to shock the world. We are going to transform the entire community, one black boy at a time. In this school, you don't have to worry about special education. In this school, you don't have to worry about ADHD diagnoses. In this
okay, let me show you guys. So
you will never get
this was one of the videos, and then most of you guys remember this one.
Delaware State University, or the University to New York City Sunday, or to Connecticut the following Saturday. Brothers and sisters who live in the Chest, Naples, now you know where it is.
Okay, so this is when he makes the announcement that he acquired the trap bando. And then the third video was this one right here. We'll skip through.
Peace and love, black family. This is the Prince of Pan Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, you can see mold was an issue back then too.
Giving you an outside tour of the FDMG Academy. That's what we're doing right here. This building that you're looking at right now. This building, this is the yard. This is going to be the yard. Okay, this might be our garden. You know, we got to get that agricultural science in, but I think.
Yeah, you see that? Looks like fungi or something on this rock. So there's mold, there's fungi, and there's also mildew. I mean, this could be a combination of things, but it just goes to show you that it was a problem even back then.
We're going to buy another piece of land to do the agriculture. I think we may leave this as a playground for the youth. We may leave.
Oh, cut it out. JCSU says, yeah, it's located in Delaware, where you are only required to have one person to run a 501c3. If you set it up in Florida, you are required to have at least 3 board members. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's diabolical. Yeah, he's diabolical. And if you guys look on his IRS filings, you'll see he's the only one listed. I have a video. Actually, there's at least 2 videos where Umar says it's required that he has more than one person on, that he has to have a board of directors. He says that, but he's the only one that's listed. So the idea is Umar, he wants to be in control of everything. That's the megalomania. It's tied to narcissism too. But he also, he doesn't want transparency. He wants to be in control of everything. He doesn't want to have to answer to anyone. He doesn't want any oversight, right? Any transparency. So that's why he's a one-man show. I mean, he'll have people around him from time to time. Most people that were around back then, 2019, 2020, they're not 2021, they're not around anymore. But those people were more like Umar Johnson groupies and Umar Johnson yes men, Umar Johnson cult members. So it's not as if they're going to question him on anything. But in terms of working with professionals and having a board of directors with professionals on, Umar, he's never had that. And he never intended on having. That's what I'm saying. He was never serious about opening up a school. He may have, in a delusional state, thought that he was going to be able to pull this off. But I'm talking about as someone, as a rational thinking person who's in their right mind, any rational person who's in their right mind, they would have recognized very early on that this isn't going to happen. But Umar, in his delusion, his narcissism, I believe he thought that he could pull it off. But how are you going to pull something off like this? You don't have the money, you don't have the funding. And then when you get the funding, you trick most of the money off so that by February 2019, there's at least $600,000 missing. And you don't have a board of directors. You don't have professionals working with you to help get this project off the ground. And that's why here we are 7 years later, and it's not one black child has been educated. And it's still just him. He knew what he was doing with this. Thank you, Jay Civic. Yeah, boy, I tell you, it's diabolical. Let's watch a little bit more of this. Here we go.
This as a playground for the youth, what you're seeing right here. This may stay the playground for the youth.
See, notice he doesn't know what anything is going to be. And he still doesn't know in 2026.
Building right now.
He's just coming up with anything that comes up in his mind. There's no planning whatsoever.
That's a small gym. Small gymnasium, the building that you're looking at. Small gymnasium, okay? That's the entrance. We got some graffiti we're gonna have to take care of, but this is
and this is the building that has the serious mold issues. It's infested with the white powder mold. We'll get into that in just a moment.
Small gym. We're gonna turn this into a community center, all right? Patrice Lumumba Robert Sobukwe Community Center. When we want to do parties, meet and greets, you know.
Yeah, see the mold?
Think tanks, town hall.
It's not just on the exterior. This is interior too.
Meetings. Obviously, we got to do some cleaning up. I'm going to have to come in and do some cleaning up right here. Over here is the main school building.
Yeah, this is the building that Umar was in when he has that tuxedo on. But you look over here, there's a mold coming down, but off the ceiling, but not as much as it is today.
School building. You're looking at the main school building. You're looking at the main school building right there, brothers and sisters. Okay. This is the main school building. All right. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey.
See that?
Academy. All right. This is the main school building. Okay. Very large. This is the gym. We have a very large gym. We can do all of our conferences, workshops, our Black Wall Street. Okay, very modern school in the inside.
No.
Very modern school in the inside. You're going to see that when you look at the inside tour video. Okay, as you can see, we got some land back here. Okay, maybe we can put our Orisha shrines back here. Okay.
See, he's coming up with this on the spot. Remember, he visited this in 2017. This is 2019, and he still doesn't know.
Maybe we can put our Orisha shrines back here. You're looking at the main.
Okay, let's get through. He walks through the back, boarded up, walks around the corner, comes back around the other side, and starts walking down the street.
I just took you around the Frederick Douglass building. I still have to show you the Marcus Garvey building. You saw the small gym. You saw the small gym. You saw the small gym, brothers and sisters. So here's one of the entrance ways up the steps to the Frederick Douglass building. Then we got all these large stones. They call a large stone.
So the Moore Academy had this painted long time ago, but one of Umar Johnson's, I'll just say it, one of his groupies came up there and painted it red, black, and green. And somehow in Umar's mind, it made it sacred. And he calls it the sacred stone.
We're going to paint,
or the sacred rock.
That we're going to use the stones as altars for the Orisha.
Oh, cut it out.
Okay, we got to put beautiful windows, tinted windows. And this is the Frederick Douglass School main entrance. Main entrance. If the child is in the wheelchair, they can go up the ramp. If the child is in the wheelchair, they can go up the ramp. Okay, brothers and sisters? Okay, the Frederick Douglass building. We got about 12 to 16 classrooms. We got a cafeteria in there. Can't go in right now, brothers and sisters, because we don't have the electric on. We got to get the lights turned on. Now you're looking at the Marcus Garvey building. Right across the street is the Marcus Garvey building. We have two buildings. Right across the street is the Marcus Garvey building. This is where NIBPA, Team Pan African, the unapologetically African movement, administrative officers.
Yeah, there's lots of mold here though too. I'll skip through. Let me get to the next video. Yeah, it's just infested. There's some more right there.
This is going to be the Marcus Garvey building until I grow, which one? You got sister school building. Over here, the Marcus Garvey school building, which will be administrative offices until I grow the school's population so that we are large enough. This is going to be the Marcus Garvey building until I grow the school's population until we're large enough to need both buildings. We have two.
Yeah, we saw the cat.
And then you see the small gym, which is going to be the community center. You saw the small gym, which is going to be the community center. And I believe that's going to be the Nat Turner, okay, and Jean-Jacques Dessalines Community Center. All right. And then right here is going to be the Pan African Library. This is going to be the Patrice Lumumba, Robert Sobukwe Pan African Library. We got to do some cleaning up. Man. We got to do some cleaning up. I'm going to have a little outside cleanup day for those who want to come help me soon. We're going to have an outside cleanup day. Okay, probably going to have to rent a dumpster.
Let's get community.
Get this.
All right, and then he gets in his rental. Okay, so that's the video that he does when he there's three videos. We covered those three, or at least I showed them. I want to show you guys, and we'll skip through because I'm going to start showing you guys more mode on the inside. Yeah, you guys remember this video? I've shown it many times. Most of these people aren't around anymore. He takes them in, and again, this is horrible because there's no ventilation. This is the side of the street that Umar was in. I showed it earlier in 2017, where he was stunk in there, and you can tell how he was doing his lip. You know, this is where he takes these mainly women. Okay?
I lied on them. I ain't got no light. I'm getting it.
Okay, no electricity.
Hanira, let me use your phone. You ain't got it on, right? Just the light.
Just the light.
Okay.
Marianne says, Lenon, I love the way you articulated the perspectives of the question of the day. That's the way I was looking at it, at this. It's very clear he isn't serious about the school at this point. Shameful. Yeah. But again, he was at this a long time. I mean, he was selling it. When I say selling it, I'm not saying selling a little. What I'm saying to people is that Umar, he was presenting all of this idea of opening up a school for Black children, and initially boys and girls. It was going to be a boarding school. He was presenting it in such a way to where it sounded as if it sounded believable, assuming that he was serious and that he had the mental aptitude to make something like this happen, and that he had the finances to make something like this happen. It sounded like a great idea. So Umar sold it, and he oversells. That's what con men do. They'll oversell. They'll tell you, all these great things. We're going to have a gun club. We're going to teach the boys how to fly ships and fly helicopters and float ships and fly airplanes. And they're going to get their junior pilot's license. And we're going to be 90% raw vegan food. And we're going to teach them how to be Black Rambos. And it just goes on and on and on. It sounds great. It sounds great. But so the point I want to make is that he was doing this for such a long time. It's not like he came out the blue in 9 months, he acquires these trap bandos. That's not what happened. He sold this for a long time, going back to at least 2010, where he said he made the announcement in January that the school's going to open September 11, 2013. In my research, you'll see, to send a documentary, you'll see how what Umar sells it over time. There's gaps though in the timeline where he's not really talking about FDMG, at least not in publicly, based on the videos that I've seen in his Facebook posts. He doesn't really talk about it. He comes up with other projects like his documentary that was supposed to premiere in 2012. He was collecting donations for it. It still hasn't premiered. So he picks it up, he comes back to FDMG and he starts promoting it again. Then by the time we get to 2014, he's really trying to sell it again to people. And for point of fact, in 2013, he's selling it to people too, and 2012 for that matter, right? But there's gaps. Like 2011, he didn't talk much about it. So by the time we get to 2019, we're talking about at least 9 years of Umar promoting this, and it sounds nice. It sounds like a great idea. Then on top of that, he's infusing this idea that he's this school psychologist and he's working in the school system, when in point of fact at the time he was not, with the exception of 2 times where he worked as a principal for about 3 months, but he wasn't actively working. That's not the case at all. But he's telling people that, and then he's trying to fight against the school to prison pipeline. All this filters into this scam, and he's setting all this up. So by the time he gets to 2014, he already has an audience of people who believe that he's on the up and up, and that he's qualified. He has 6 degrees and all this other stuff. He really set this up. But what happens is 2014 with the St. Paul's College, Umar, he lies so much, and you guys will see this out the documentary. He even lied and said he put in the bid. He never put in the bid. He can't put in the bid because it was $2.5 million. He didn't have money. He didn't raise $2.5 million in about 3 months. That didn't happen. And then he was promoting this idea that he had lawyers that were talking with the company that was in charge of the auction, and that they were trying to make a special deal where he can do a lease to own. That's not what that was. Umar made that up. But meantime, he's selling it to people. So again, this goes on. People are sending money. By 2016, he's at $1 million. By 2017, January 2017, he's at $1 million. He keeps collecting money. Then by the time we get to 2019, he settles on these trap banners for $400,000. And here we are 7.5 years later. So the point I want to make is that it sounded great back then. Long time, it sounded like a great idea. But he's not the one. And he never was. See, Umar never had a track record of doing anything except running his mouth. What institution has he built? Prior to St. Paul's College, where he's trying to acquire at St. Paul's College, that's a major undertaking in 2014. What has he done? Nothing. What has he done since? Nothing. What did he do back in the day with the UNIA? Nothing. Trying to scam them for a building fund. That's why the research is so important. It sounds great. What he was promoting, and I guess to some people it still sounds great. But see, if you really look at Umar, he's not the one. Furthermore, there's other issues. He has mental health issues. He's a sexual deviant. He talks about little girls' private parts. He's always talking about the vajayjay. Why would anyone think that somehow Umar is the one? He's not the one. Okay. The difference is back then he was able to hide all of that. I talked about this extensively. Back then he used to dress in suits. He dressed in 3-piece suits, ties, haircut nice. He wasn't repeating shit over and over again, always talking about sex and cookies. He wasn't doing that. But after that Hidden Colors thing and the fame that came with it, he just went off the deep end. And then as he got deeper into his addictions, he doesn't have the ability to contain himself and maintain himself and keep his iniquities under wraps. So where now someone see him in 2026, they're like, oh, this guy, he's a pookie. Yeah, he's a pookie. He was a pookie back then. Just he was able to keep it under wraps. See, that's why I have a saying, time always tells the truth, and it has on Umar, most definitely. And more people they're waking up. There's plenty of people that woke up a long time ago, and that's great. Okay, like I said, it sounded like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea, but Umar's not the one. Okay, thank you, Miranda. Okay, Daxter sent in a super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate that, Daxter. And then Amina says, my cousin caught pneumonitis. Like, I guess that's a form of pneumonia, right? Pneumonitis from mold at his job. Tunde should go to the doctor. He's a lying doofus. Yeah, it's very dangerous. Mold is dangerous, especially black mold. And there's black mold inside of the small gym at the very least. And then it's on the exterior of the large gym. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. Yeah, there's people who they can succumb to that, and they're done. So, and Umar's been up in there for at least 7 years, and he's had other people in there, women and children, walking through there over the years. Okay. Thank you, Albina. All right, let's get back to the video. Here we go. And shout out to everyone inside the Cook Chat. Make sure you vote on the poll. Matter of fact, let me give a quick update on where we're at with the poll question. The poll question is, was Umar Johnson ever serious about opening up a school? 18% said yes, 82% said no. And make sure you vote in. Our goal for likes today is 500. We are at 276. Okay, we're a little over halfway there. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like button. We've got about 860 people in the building. All right, here we go.
So here y'all see, we start with a classroom right here. Let's see how I can do that. Got a classroom right here. A lot of the books are still here. You know what I mean?
Okay, most of you guys already seen this. We'll skip through. The thing is, he doesn't have electricity on yet, so it's kind of hard to see the white mold, dust mold stuff. You can see it though. Let me see if I can find the spot. He shouldn't have people up
That's
in
what they
there.
was looking for up in my roof like this, because I don't know what's up there that's so valuable that you got to tell, don't touch no wires. Okay. Right here, a lot of the ceiling torn down, but that's nothing. That's probably.
Yeah, he should not have had people up in here. Let's skip through. Yeah, most of you guys have already seen this. Look at this. It looks like a refrigerator.
Teacher refrigerator, microwave.
Yeah, I think you can see it right there. Let's look at that.
What's this? This is not staff?
This was the staff lounge, because they go to the refrigerator, teacher refrigerator.
Yeah, that's it right there. You can see it there. Yeah, that desk is not white. Okay, what that is it's that a film of, it looks like dust, but it's white, and it's it's a type of mold. It's a specific type of mold.
Microwave. This was the staff lounge, which will probably remain the staff lounge. Okay. And the bathroom ain't bad. This one ain't get destroyed like the rest of them.
We gonna tip the grill.
Sorry.
Oh, we're gonna have to wash them clothes, because some of them gonna come in with the same dirty drawers on.
There you go.
Computer room, another good classroom, minimal damage. To be honest with y'all, we might got to get started in this school first with the school, because it's smaller,
and not the most damage.
more manageable, not as much damage, and then grow across the street. We may do that. Start with this one and then grow across the street.
Well, hey, having these women in here is diabolical.
Watch your step. So I wanted to show y'all the potential. Really, the ceilings. It's the ceilings and the systems.
All right, I'll skip through. And once it gets electricity turned on, you'll see it better. Most of these people, like I've been saying, they're not around anymore. Yeah, so they be taking these pictures. They go Tiff Griff got to be the first one up there, and they go Sharon. She in on the scam too.
I don't even know who did it, but it was a good look. Go ahead, ladies. Y'all go ahead and sit how y'all gonna sit. We can have the brothers around the ladies.
I'll take the picture.
Good looking out. Okay. Who got the best camera for a picture? Because y'all know I got that.
Okay, here's another one.
We're going to use yours and one more camera.
Third, fourth, and fifth?
Third, fourth, and fifth, I'm going to start. And then we're going to grow. Ultimately, we're going to be pre-K to 12.
Yeah, this is the large building.
And then I want to do a junior college. So the first year, 3rd through 5th. Second year, 4th through 6th. Excuse me. Second year, 2nd through 6th. Third year, 1st through 7th. K to 8. And then you flesh out your high school. That's going to be the goal. So as you can see, this building is much smaller, but still enough space.
So next year for your trip.
I got that one flashing. You can take that one. You know what? Take that one. Give me that big one.
So because you open next year, you moving your trip up, the dates up?
What you mean moving them up? Moving them back? Moving them back? Yeah. Why you holding your nose? Because of what?
The smell.
What it smell like?
It smells like a building's been shut up. That's all.
See, they said it smells like mildew. Okay, just more evidence to show you guys. This is the larger building, so it's not just on the other side of the street, going back to 2019. So the lady was holding her nose. But remember, when Umar was walking through here in 2017, he was having problems with the smell too.
This is quite a campus, though. This is really.
Yeah, we can do everything here. There's nothing we can't do. That Black Women's Conference, Black Man's Conference, Ex-Offender Conference. Even these hallways ain't small.
All right, I'll skip through because you really can't see too much, but just the fact that they recognize the smell, mold, mildew. And he had these people walking through here. It's crazy. Oh, okay. And then here's what the main thing I want to get to today. I showed this recently because I found the video. This is the small gym. Look at the floor. See, that's what is called white powder mold. That's what that is. Okay, I showed you guys an example of it right here. Okay, that middle picture is what I got off the internet, but he had people walking in here. Extremely dangerous.
It's medium.
Doctor, what's your plans for in here?
Say again.
What's your plans for in here?
I don't know if I want to keep it a gym or turn it into a bookstore cafe where the kids work in it. You know what I mean? You like that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Because you can do almost 3 floors in here. You know what I mean? At least 2 floors.
Yeah,
at least 2 floors.
Okay, I already have a gym, so.
Yeah. You know
this is diabolical.
So we got all the space, man. That's the one thing I like, because in a lot of schools I worked in, space was short. You know what I mean?
This is the biggest school I've ever been in outside of a college.
Right.
Definitely.
So we can head on out, y'all, and take our group pic.
It's a monthly charge. It's a monthly charge.
So this is like a lifetime.
All right, so they come out, but I just want you guys to see the gym floor. It's all over the place. Here's another one, though.
I do too. You gonna paint them all red, black, and green?
No. I want to get.
Here we go.
So this can be it.
This could be like.
Or the other gym.
I mean.
Look at that. That's called white powder mold. Let me read something to you that was sent to me. I'll read some of it. I caught your, and this was like a month ago. I caught your live last night, but the white powdery film is the desk that's on the desk. It's called white mold or surface mildew. I showed the video to a certified industrial hygienist, which is a CIH, or an environmental consultant. The HVAC does not work. Yes, I know that, and there's no HVAC working HVAC unit inside of this gym at that time either. When a school building is closed up or left sitting with the HVAC system and heat turned off, the indoor air becomes completely stagnant. Without air conditioning to strip moisture from the air or fans to keep it moving, the relative humidity inside the classroom can easily spike past 60%. That high humidity combined with the lack of airflow creates the absolute perfect breeding ground for dormant mold spores to activate and start feeding on the organic materials on the tables like wood, and that's what we've seen, laminate glues, and we can see it there on the floor here as well, dust, so it can actually it can grow on dust. I didn't know that. Or microscopic oils left behind from hands. Important safety. If you are a teacher, student, or staff member, report this to facilities management or the school principal immediately. Large-scale cleanup in a public building should be handled by the custodial staff or professional remediation teams who have proper respiratory protections like N-95 mask and heavily duty HEPA vacuums. To permanently fix the issue, the school will ultimately need to get the HVAC systems back online, to drop the humidity levels, bring in commercial dehumidifiers. Umar hasn't done any of this. and wipe down the surfaces with a proper antimicrobial solution like diluted white vinegar or an EPA-approved disinfectant rather than just a dry cloth. White powdery mold refers to both household fungal growth, that's what we're seeing here, like aspergillus or penicillium, and a common plant disease known as powdery mildew. And I've seen that on plants too. Okay, well, I will get more into some of this because I've actually have some more stuff I'll share with you guys on this, but that's what this is inside of this gym. But it's actually all over the place. Miss Controversy says, LenonHonor, tomorrow is your boy's birthday. Okay, happy birthday, man. The big 48. Oh, you young. You young 48. I don't know why in the hell I'm sending you money to tell you that. But it is what it is. Show me love. All right, let's sing. He said it. And no, Lenon, please don't sing happy birthday to you. I was about to do it. No Diddy. All right. Let's wish happy birthday to Mr. Controversy, one of the OGs of the building. Happy birthday, young man. Okay. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Congratulations, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, everybody make sure you give a shout out to Mr. Controversy. He's been around a long time too. Okay, he said, I love Cooker Chat. Thank you all for the love. Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Cooker Chat is the best. Okay, thank you. And Derek says that they should have all had on N95 mask at the least. Is that what I just said too? Yeah, you're right. That's what I was just saying. Well, that's not what I said. This is what was sent to me. They're called there's the proper respiratory protection like N95 mask and heavy duty HEPA vacuums. But the other thing is that oftentimes when they do mold remediation, they come in with hazmat suits. That's how dangerous this stuff is. But Umar had people in here, including children.
This could be like a place to have meetings. This would be well, then again, you need the other room. The other room is bigger. This is nice. Keep that door open. It brings in light.
Yeah, I blur it whenever the boy comes on.
But this is another gym. I guess this could be another gym, but
look at that floor. Look at that. See, and initially I thought that this was coming from the ceiling because it would resurface even after later on in later years. It would resurface. Even after Umar, he did two things. Number one, he at a certain point they mopped all of this up, which is not smart. But the other thing is, if you look back towards the back, you'll see that yellow padding, and right in front of that, you'll see this. It's kind of brownish. That's where the water would come up from that pipe, and it would be standing water right there. It wouldn't spread to the rest of the gym, but that's like a source for once it starts getting humid and stuff. That's where the mold takes root, and it just started spreading all over the place. Humidity goes up, settles, the mold starts to take root, and that's what we see all throughout here. Okay. This is not because of the water. The water plays a factor, but what I'm saying is that when the water dries, what we're seeing in the foreground, that's actually the white powder mold. That's not because of the dried water, okay, if that makes sense. Okay, you can see the dried water area, so it's more of a brownish color.
So, do you think
a drill and training?
Yeah, it's all over the floor.
To have a second gym?
Do you have a theater?
Here she go. She was doing way too much in this video. I said, ma'am, what in the world?
Well, then again, you need the other room. The other room is bigger. This is nice. Keep that door open. It brings in light. But this is another gym. I guess this could be another gym, but
so do you think
a drill and training?
More advantageous to have a second gym?
Do you have
She did that at the beginning too. Yeah,
theater space? Like, are you gonna do some performing arts? Like,
cut it out, lady.
Big gym, and we have this gym, and of course we have
this gym.
Large. But my question is, can you foresee a situation where you're like, you know what, you should have kept that second gym?
Look at all that powder mold. He's standing right in it.
Well, ultimately we're gonna be K-12. Ultimately we're gonna be K-12 with about
maybe keep it then.
But you see, it's so much space that you can make this into
how big
2 or 3
this is.
levels.
Yeah.
One level your bookstore.
What's that up there?
Level your conscious cafe with all your big screens and you can watch all the conscious.
David, I found the pom
pom. On top might be like
gone with you. I found you some. Hey. So this is obviously where maybe the cheerleaders practiced or something like that. They got all kinds of stuff all over this building. Everything was just left. We saw uniforms, books, like everything. Microscopes. I done seen a microscope. I done seen everything.
But you know what else I like about that idea? It would really make the school pop.
Yes, yeah. Yes. That's true. And keep revenue steadily.
Ma'am, cut it out.
Keep revenue coming in. Bless.
Yeah, you see Umar? Did anyone catch that? Hit the one. Let me play that back. Then we go to the next video. Watch carefully.
Yes. That's true. And keep revenue steadily. Keep revenue coming in. Bless.
Y'all see it? See, no one should be in there. Umar shouldn't be in there either.
Yes. That's true. And keep revenue steadily. Keep revenue coming in. Bless you. Yes.
And even if we keep it in the gym, we got to put a balcony up there. Because sometimes you might got to have your little league game here.
Yes, you need to be quiet. He was doing too much.
And the other thing too, all the buildings are central air. I don't know if they're going to stay that way. It's going to depend what it's going to cost me to rehab. But all the buildings are central air, central heat.
What are you talking about? If you look at the video footage, there's no HVAC systems at this time. They're gutted. See, he didn't have a plan. Even at this time in 2019, he acquires them in February. This is June. 4 months later, he still don't know what he's going to do.
You know, so it's modern, as you can see.
It is very modern.
It's modern.
You turn this into a cafe or something. This could be the business economic building.
Yeah, it really bothers me that he had these women up in there and the babies.
Center, yeah.
They learn, they serve, you know, they
they can work.
They making a salad.
Yep.
The only problem though is that leaves us with one gym.
All that space, you can make another gym somewhere else inside the other building.
I don't know. I'm just thinking because we a campus, not just a one school. You know, we got space. I'm just wondering, we can accommodate a lot of people. Do you need that second gym? Or do we just use the Boys and Girls Club gym? They have a gym downstairs of where our training was. Where our training was, underneath is a gym.
That's your answer. If we rented this space out to like different little organizations,
you can
like
do that too.
Yeah.
Baby showers.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That would be nice.
We need this space.
Yeah.
We can do.
Yeah, rest in peace to Brother Manny.
If you bring people here to speak, they can do some lectures and you can set it up nice.
And I know just like
it's a nice space.
Basketball and sports stuff in Wilmington, bro, they'll pay. You'll have contracts. This gym will be every day. You'll have different organizations.
What you found, Diva? What's that?
Okay, let's skip through. All right, I want to pull up another video.
And we maintain.
Here we go. Yeah, many of you guys remember this video because he was tripping in this one. But I'll skip through to the part. Okay, so now he's on inside of one of the buildings. Let's see which building this is. Yeah, he looked bad too. This is July 1st of 2019.
I want to give a special thank you to the cleanup team who.
Yeah, so they had people come through to clean up. They had a cleanup day. So that's what this is. This is a small building. What's up, Bridget? Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah. In that video too, I didn't play that part, but people were talking about how it smelled like mold in there too, because there were clothes in there and they were talking about how the clothes were smelling moldy. Yeah. Goddess Noel says, Umar says central air is too expensive to be energy efficient. He's switching to kerosene. He's mine. He might as well. He might as well. In 2026, he still doesn't have the HVAC system working on the other side of the street, because most of the videos we've seen so far is from the larger building, but he still doesn't have that operating on the other side of the street. So the issues with the mold, in particular the white mold dust, that continues to exist because there's no ventilation. It's the same thing, and that mold is everywhere. It's in the ductwork for the HVAC system. So when he gets those turned on, when he turns them on, it's just going to recirculate the mold and the mold spores all over the place. It's a serious issue, right? So he might as well go and switch to kerosene. Why not? It's crazy. This guy, he got no sense. Thanks, guys, Noel. All right, here we go.
Came out on Tuesday. Y'all did a better job than I even realized. We did an excellent job cleaning out the Marcus Garvey building. Excuse me, the Honorable Marcus Garvey building of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We did an excellent job cleaning.
See, these are the rooms that Umar Johnson showed this year to try to pretend as if renovations were complete. They actually looked better back then. Okay, he didn't even have to paint; it wasn't necessary.
Cleaning up. Shout out to,
and he painted with crazy colors.
To the cleanup crew. Shout out to the cleanup crew. We did an excellent job. Excellent job. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see it right here. If you notice, you'll see that the thin layer. That's the mold, the white mold.
See
it?
Spick and span. Spick and span.
Yeah, he had people up in here too.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
Yeah, so what they probably didn't see, it looks like they wiped this other stuff off, but they didn't wipe off this bookshelf, clearly. See this? But you can see it on, you can see that these other desks, they actually wipe things down. But still, that's not how you mitigate that. You just don't wipe it off. It's got to do mold remediation. Yeah, we'll skip through. He shows the bathrooms. You can see it here inside the bathrooms too. Okay, and initially I thought back in the day that this was because of water, like the water faucets, and then it spills over, and then when the water dries, that it leaves a white film. But there's no water faucet and there's no water running at this time. You see, there's no water faucets. You see that? Okay, so all of that white film there, that's what that is. It's that white mold. The other thing is there's these signs that are posted, and this deals with warning people not to drink water out of this building because it's contaminated. Because all that needs to be inspected before they actually run the water and before people drink the water.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all see it? So it's called white powder mold. It could be mildew too.
The revolution is coming. The intellectual insurrection.
More of those signs.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
Shit in that toilet.
Now it's time to get ready. Now it's time to get ready. Yes.
That little closet. One time he said we're gonna have what women, they're gonna have the pads in there. I said, he said, we're gonna put pads in the closet. He said something like that. I said, man, you crazy.
The games is over. We not playing no game. 400 years, we not playing no games.
Don't cut it out. 400
Excellent
years. Here you
job.
go. He loved talking that slavery talk. Damn. Hitting that one too.
Put back in.
Damn. You see the mold?
Gotta get the sinks put back in.
You don't know what he's doing.
Excellent job. Thank you to the cleanup crew. Thank you to the cleanup crew for coming out, helping us get FDMG ready, baby. Thank you to the cleanup crew. This is the Honorable Marcus Garvey.
Now, this is 2019. We're in 2026.
Building. This is where the historic Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy will begin. We not playing with y'all. The games is over. The games is over. Excellent job to the cleanup family. Excellent job to the cleanup family. Focus on the goal, baby.
That's from the Moyer Academy. Cut it out. I'm just skipping through. Yeah, it was a mess up in here. Let's skip through. Boy, this like a thriller type of situation. See it right there too. That desk doesn't have a white top. That's more the white mold. Yeah, he shouldn't have been in here. Okay, and let me show you one other one from 2019.
I can't respond in text. Wow, look at that.
Why the electrician said.
So for the idiots that be talking about turn the electron on, doc, whatever, that's why. They don't know what they're talking about. I can't stand when people do that. You see this? Man, so they just ripped it out. Wow.
Oh, okay. You see that? It was coming into the roof.
Look at that.
By any means necessary. Copy.
Are
you gonna keep all the furniture?
Yeah.
Keep whatever you can, yeah.
That's money.
And this HVAC system, I mean, is it?
That's when the
Wow.
HVAC is largely in place from what they told you on the wall.
That's a good thing.
He says the HVAC is largely in place. Okay, remember that. Let me go back. I want to show you guys. This is a massive hole in the roof. So this contributes to the issues with the mold and mildew as well, because in the wintertime or even in the fall when it starts to rain out there, it just comes straight through. Wintertime, same thing. It snows. It's fully exposed to the elements. So that contributes to the mold growth and mildew growth and water damage. That's why, like I said, I played the video earlier where the young lady was holding her nose. Well, this is part of the reason why.
Wow, look at that.
Why the electrician said.
So for the idiots that be talking about turning the electrons on, doc, whatever, that's why. You know, they don't know what they're talking about. I can't stand when people do that.
No, you don't know what you're talking about, Miss Pick Me. Okay, because that's that same lady. She the Queen Pick Misha. Thanks, sweetie. That's that same lady. I wonder if she's around anymore. I should go look her up because I got her name. I ain't gonna do that. But yeah, she was really rah-rah on this and really trying to get picked. And this is a bunch of foolishness. It was back then. It is still to this day. And Umar in here lying to him because he said the HVAC is still intact. Thanks, sweetie. David says it's obvious Umar is cheap as. Yeah, well, the thing is he's greedy. That's what it is. He's greedy. So he'll take millions of dollars, but most of the money goes to him. And then what he spends on these trap bandos, it's minimum. That's why he uses a lot of Pookie and Ray Rays to get stuff done. Okay, not everything, because he has pulled permits. We're going to get into that over the weekend. But he's greedy. He's really greedy about money. He's greedy about food. He's just a greedy person. That's just part of his personality type. That's why he has a sense of entitlement. That's part of the greed too, is tied to the narcissism. So yeah, he's a greedy person. Okay, thank you, David. Joshua says, didn't want to take away from Mr. Conference, but my birthday was this past Saturday to the 27th. No, it's all good. Happy birthday to Joshua. Let's wish Joshua a happy birthday. Okay, his birthday was on the 27th of this month, which was this past Saturday. Okay, happy birthday, Joshua. All right, and then Miss Conference says, hey, did you know they track donations that has been sent to content creators? And man, I should have a room in your crib, like by the back door. So I don't know if they track it. I have no idea. I know I'm thankful. I know that. I'll tell you all that. I'm blessed. You guys blessed me. I appreciate it. he said he's have a room in my crib. Why you say by the back door or something? Okay. Thanks for this controversy. Okay. Let's get moving. Let's get back to it, everyone. We're doing good on time too. I think we'll be able to get to everything I want to get to today. Thank you, everyone, for all the super chats too. Okay, so I want to play this, and I'm going to show you guys some drone footage. I've shown it before, but I want to show it to everybody again.
You see this? Man, so they just ripped it out. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a massive hole.
It was coming into the roof.
Look at that.
By any means necessary. Copy.
Are you gonna keep all the furniture?
I mean, you can see the sun.
Keep whatever you can, yeah.
That's money.
And this HVAC system, I mean, is it?
That's when the
Wow.
HVAC is largely in place from what they told you on the wall.
That's a good thing.
Okay, he says the HVAC is largely in place. Let's move into 2020. Look at this. None of these HVAC units are largely in place. In fact, they're all gutted. There's 4 large ones and then like 3 smaller ones, and then there's another mid-sized one over there connected to the small gym. Okay, this is the large building right here. There's a small gym. Okay, there's a middle-sized one connected to that on the side of it. Okay, that was gutted as well. So Umar, he's a liar. He lies so much, it's incredible. And then that large one on what Umar calls a small school, that one's also gutted. He actually had that one replaced, but it's non-functional. I think he had it replaced in 2021, I want to say, if memory serves me correctly, but it's still not functional in 2026. So humidity issues still persist, and mold issues still persist to this day. And it's not just on the exterior, it's on the interior. Okay, you can see how these have been gutted. And he said that it cost him $50,000 for one. just one HVAC unit. Well, one of the large ones. Okay, he got 3 more. That's another. He has to come up. You donors have to come up with another 150,000, and then there's these smaller ones as well. Yeah, I think I have a zoom in portion too. Yeah, so here it is right here. These are the smaller ones. There's actually 3, but one of them is like totally gone. And then you have the larger ones. Those are those 3 right there. Those are totally gutted. There's nothing on the inside. So when Umar says that in 2019, he lies. You can see it right there. He lies all the time. All right. Let's continue in 2020. I just have 2 videos from 2020 to show you guys. This one is from October 18th of 2020. I want to show you the white mode again because it's still an issue. Let's skip through. Here we go right here. Check this out.
We inside the Nat Turner gym.
See that? It's still there. Okay, the video I showed before where there's all this white mold, that was from 2019. It's still in there in 2020. And you can see the water still coming up, but it's isolated to that side of the gym, just like how it was before.
Nat Turner Gymnasium, brothers and sisters.
It's called white mold dust.
Nat Turner. Our plumber is about to fix this right here. The water is backing up a little bit.
See, he should have got this fixed February of 2019. It's October 18th of 2020.
Let me show y'all. See that drain? The water backing up through that drain. So the plumber is about to go in and unclog that. You know, the school was unoccupied for 4 years, so we're going to get the drain fixed. Okay, but as you can see, the gym is in good condition. We got to get electrician working on the lights.
Yeah, if you guys look up in that corner, there's water damage up here.
Yeah, so we're going to get the drain fixed.
Okay, if you look
but
up
as you can see,
ceiling,
the gym is in good condition.
There. So if you see the yellow, okay, there's a column that goes up. If you look all the way up the top, you'll see that there's water issue there. At least there was one. Yeah, that's why you see the discoloration on the panels in the ceiling.
We got to get electrician working on the lights. Electrician working on the lights. CashApp, $FDMG school. CashApp, $FDMG school. Cash.
Yeah, boy. Okay, real quick. Mold, mildew, and algae are common organic growths that thrive in damp or shaded environments. Again, this building would have been boarded up, shut up, no ventilation. To eliminate them safely, you can use specialized leave-on outdoor cleaners like a wet and forge or 30 seconds outdoor cleaner, which require no scrubbing or power washing. Identifying growths, while these terms are often used interchangeably, they are distinct organisms requiring different treatment and environmental conditions. And here are the 3 organisms. Mold, a fuzzy or slimy fungus that thrives in dark, damp, and unventilated spaces. Okay, it can appear green, black, or red and feeds on organic materials like drywall, wood, and ceiling tiles. Mold can cause respiratory and allergy issues in humans. Okay, and then there's mildew, a type of mold that is still a mold. The type of mold that remains flat and looks powdery. So this is probably more mildew, but it's still mold. Okay, it often appears in shades of gray, white, or yellow on surfaces like bathroom tiles, fabrics, and papers. And then there's also algae, plant-like chlorophyll-containing organisms that create slick green layers or black streaks. We've seen this on the rocks outside. Unlike mold, algae feed on moisture and sunlight through photosynthesis, meaning they are commonly found on exposed outdoor surfaces like roofs, siding, and driveways. Right? Yeah, I have more for you guys. Just want to give you guys that information. Okay. But the point is that mildew and mold, mildew is a type of mold.
FDMG school, brothers and sisters. Okay.
Man, he looking bad. Boy, I'm telling you, 2020 and 2021 was bad for Umar. Look at his eyes. If you look behind him, you'll see black mold. Watch this.
CashApp, $FDMG school. CashApp, $FDMG.
Look in the corner. You see back there? That's black mold. Up against that wall.
School, brothers and sisters. Okay.
We're about to get it all hooked up. This is we got 2 gyms on campus. We got 2 gyms on campus, okay? This is the Nat Turner. This is the Nat Turner. You understand? Nat Turner. Jean Jacques Des.
Did y'all catch it? Hit the 1. Did y'all catch it? If you caught it, hit the 1 before I play it again. Trying to tell y'all. It's a powder mold, white powder mold infestation. It's a biohazard. Look at all the ones coming up in here. Uh-huh. Yep, clean them. There you go. There you go. Yep, a kilo. There you go. Thank you, B. How you doing? What's up, Kev? For the sake of East B's in the building. What's up, East B? Shout out to East B. Yeah. Boobarella, yeah. You guys see it. Some white supremacy mode. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Francisco? Yeah, I got your email too. I'm gonna have to adjust some things in the documentary. Thanks for that information. I appreciate it. Francisco, her research is impeccable. Okay, it is impeccable. Shout out to James too, by the way, because he be letting me know when stuff be happening. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Okay, so a lot of these live streams in 2026 and 2025 happened because of James. All right, thanks on my mama, Deshaun. Okay, let me play it again for anyone who missed it. Okay, here we go.
The Leans, brothers and sisters, or on campus. Okay, this is the Nat Turner. This is the Nat Turner. You understand? Nat Turner. Gene.
Gee, he's having a hard time in there. You can even tell. You can tell even before he does. He's having a hard time.
Nat Turner.
Damn, this guy, he shouldn't even be in there. And he had kids up in there too. That's crazy. And women. YouTube device says snow bunnies never yet the powder as white as snow. Okay, that's a good one. We want to talk about snow bunnies never, but that white powder. All right. Thanks you, the 225. Here we go.
Jean Jacques Dessalines, brothers and sisters. Or get on your Bobby. PayPal, paypal.me.
Ah, damn, there's another one. Yeah, it's toxic, Bobby. Listen to this guy. See, I didn't catch this back then because I didn't know what that film was. I assumed that it was coming from the ceiling. But no, that's mold mildew.
Jean Jacques Dessalines, brothers and sisters. Or get on your PayPal, paypal.me.
Damn, y'all. Just from a humanitarian perspective, I feel bad for this guy. But on the other hand, you know.
/FDMG Academy, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Mail in your donation, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. Mail in your donation, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington.
See that? He's having a hard time breathing. Y'all see that?
Wilmington, Delaware, 19809.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Hey, join the Loyal Donors Club. Go to Dr.
Get out, Umar, get out of there.
UmarJohnson.com. I need y'all to become a loyal donor.
Y'all remember the Loyal Donors Club? Hit the 1. That was crazy. We got about 930 people in the building. Y'all remember the Loyal Donors Club? That was the boy. Umar was trying to get that money any means necessary, as he said.
I need y'all to be committed enough to make automatic monthly payments.
Monthly.
I need y'all to be committed enough to the movement to make automatic monthly payments. Go to drumarjohnson.com, click on bronze, $50 a month.
What's up,
click
Larry?
on silver, $100 a month. Click on gold, $250 a month.
Yeah,
click on platinum, $500.
You gotta pay to work.
Click on diamond, $1,000 a month. Black businesses, we need y'all. Black celebrities, we need y'all. Black professionals, we need y'all. Brothers and sisters, this is not a game.
Yeah, people were calling them loyal dummies back in the day. I never called them that, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I was trying to be nice. Yeah, the things you do for money. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a catch-22. This guy, this guy is up in here in a straight biohazard situation. What's up, Crystal? Yeah, there was platinum, there was gold and silver. There was another one though too. Diamond. I think it was diamond. Platinum, gold, silver, diamond, and wood. That's for the people that send him $1 a month. He said he was like, "Fuck y'all. Y'all y'all on wood level." You know, Umar, he be mean to his donors. You send him $1. He says, okay, you're a wood level. Was it titanium? What's up, Captain Edward? Nah, it wasn't no titanium. Yeah, it wasn't no aluminum. It wasn't no aluminum. Yeah, he said, you motherfucker, you really think you guys are on wood level sending me $1 a month? You lazy. You know, he's so mean. Okay, let's keep going. I got blown up.
Revolution is here. Revolution is here.
He doing that Coke Jones shit too. Okay, so he get up out of there good. And he goes sit at the rock. What are these people? Oh, I think they were doing the cutting the grass or something.
Pleased to meet you. I'm gonna give you £1 because I know we in the COVID era. I know. What's that name again, good brother?
Lawrence.
Brother Lawrence.
Yeah, this is COVID. Y'all remember COVID? Boy, we used to get together all the time during COVID. Everybody was home.
Dr. Umar, CEO, founder of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
CEO? What you talking about?
Buildings have been abandoned for 4 years. We bought them about a little more than a year ago. We getting them.
They're still abandoned.
Ready. We're gonna start with the small school, then we're gonna go to the high school. I don't want you to worry about the high school yet. That's down the road. These are the two we worrying about: the school building and the gym. One level, stucco. Yes, sir. And the gym. School.
Yeah, I think this guy was supposed to paint, but he ended up using regular.
And the gym. I want to get them painted. Show the community that we here, that it's a whole new day now.
Stupid. Why are you painting in 2020? Got renovation work to get done. It's backwards. Anyway, let me show you one other video from 2020.
You about to go? Oh, so he going now?
This is one of the paint days. Let me skip through. Because I think, rest in peace to Brother Manny, too. Yeah, it's so sad. I want to see if there's some, and I'm sure there are. There's some examples where you'll see the white powder mold. I'll try to catch it. But I've given you guys plenty of examples already. Here's an example right here.
The lights is on.
So if you guys look at this the shelving area over here, countertop, you'll see a lot of it, the white powder mold.
Gotta donate. We not playing with.
See that?
Y'all. We not.
Yeah, it's all
not playing no more. It's serious now.
And this is
serious now, brothers and sisters. It's serious now. We not playing. We not playing. Somebody said, thank you, Umar. Y'all see that? See that? Let's do a little.
Oh, cut it out, Umar. Let me skip through. I think they'll. Oh, here go Tip the Griff. There she go.
Children get in here and I start teaching them Garvey.
Excuse me.
I can't wait till our young men show 9858. Right? And if you want to join the Loyal Donors Club, you go to drumarjohnson.com. Right? I can't wait till y'all children get in here and I start teaching them Garvey. I can't wait till our young men show up in here with their FDMG uniforms on, brothers and sisters. There goes Sister Tiff.
Hello. Peace and Black Power. Hi.
Tiff is quiet, y'all. She chilling right now.
Tiff
is chilling right now. Keita.
Hey.
I can't wait till our young men show up in here with their FDMG uniforms on, brothers and sisters. There goes Sister Tiff.
Hello.
Boy, I tell you, this lady right here, and look how she dressed with a little bow on her hair. What kind of P. Diddy shit y'all got going on? So tired of this type of shit. Disgusting. I should have pulled that video where she was talking real reckless and talking, her and Umar. They was calling me a booty bandit. It's funny. It wasn't funny back then, but it was funny. It wasn't funny back. It's funny now. But she's so foul-mouthed, the flim-flam, floozy, foul-mouthed, floozy. No good man want a woman that be talking like that. It's nasty. I should pull it up. But her sitting on this table trying to look like, dressed like a,
Hello, peace and Black Power. Hi.
Tiff is quiet, y'all. She chilling right now. Sister Tiff is chilling right now.
No, Afro Punk, you don't want me to pull that one up. I'm telling you, it was, boy, they foul mouth. Umar was talking crazy too. I'll go pull it up. Y'all want me to pull it up? Hit the one.
Tiffany, the newest drop from the King Kong Consciousness line. 2 hairstyles, knee-high combat boots, and a shirt that loves Umar almost as much as she loves speaking her mind.
Let me tell you something, sister. These haters been working overtime on my downfall, and I'm still here, sharper than a brand new edge up. They whisper they little conspiracies, but I see the strings, I see the puppet masters, and I pull receipts.
Grifty Tiffany, part of the King Kong Consciousness line. Other dolls and playsets sold.
Shout out to, who did this one? It was Kogo. Shout out to Kogo. I said Black Morrow did it. No, Kogo did this one. I be getting confused sometimes. Shout out to Kogo. Oh, Bobby put the, okay, Bobby said, okay, I'm doing it for Bobby. Okay, hold on, Bobby. Because Bobby been around a long time. So let me go pull it up. It wasn't funny to me back then. You know, I was offended. I thought to myself, you guys are some nasty motherfuckers to be talking like that. Just nasty. Foul mouth. But now I can laugh at it now. Here we go. Shout out to let me stop.
Oh, you a California girl. Where your sweater at, your hoodie at? Say what's up to the people, woman.
Peace and black power.
See, everything is a command. That's the narcissism.
Say what's up to the people. Dre representing Connecticut.
Peace and black power. We out here with Dr. Umar painting, building. You know what I mean? If you're not building, if you don't want to help build, shut the hell up forever.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, poor guy. I wonder where he's at.
What you got to say today?
Here she go.
Tiff.
Hello, hello. We are here. Wilmington.
Representing West Coast, LA.
Los Angeles.
Ifatunde U.
Working for the children. This Pan African stuff not gonna stop. You can't hate it away.
Girl, cut it out. Where's all this talk now? I don't even think she defend him anymore. She used to defend Umar. She used to attack all Umar critics, spread lies and rumors about people. I've been dealing with that kind of shit from the beginning. That's what I get. I can laugh about it now, but let's go.
Please let them know you can't just make videos and consider yourself an activist, a revolutionary, a Pan-Africanist.
One more thing. You guys can sit up and make all the YouTube videos, but guess what? That school's still gonna open.
Yeah, that didn't age well. That sure didn't. See that?
That's right.
Lenon, I saw you little bitch ass live last night. This is me talking this. I'm not speaking.
Go ahead.
Let me tell y'all something. Anytime a woman talk like that, she good for nothing. This real talk. She good for nothing. All right, let's keep going.
You got it. Go ahead.
And the thing is, see, Umar, he eggs her on because Umar, he's a coward in that way. He always has weaponized his followers, including women, to attack his critics. And I'm Umar's biggest critic. I have been for a long time. That's just a statement of fact. So he'll cheer this on. But see, a real man, in the first place, a woman who talks like that, he's not going to associate with a woman that talk like that anyway. And I'll show you guys what I mean when she starts running her mouth. But the other thing is that if a woman starts to talk like that, a man would simmer things down. He'll de-escalate things, but that's not what Umar Johnson does. Okay, he escalates. Let's go.
And I saw it, and you was making reference about the women working. You need to get a job while you sitting up worried about us.
Okay, by the way, I had a job and I still have a job. Okay, at this point, I could actually quit my day job and do YouTube full time. I ought to be perfectly fine. Okay, but isn't it interesting? In 2020, who's the person that didn't have a job? Umar. See that? Umar hadn't worked consistently since 2006. And by 2010, he gives up his career as a school psychologist. And then he works in, if memory serves me correctly, 2014 for a short period and 2017 for about 3 months. Outside of that, he's been unemployed. He's still unemployed to this day. But you see how time always tells the truth. And she's not around defending Umar like that. Not like she used to. He used and abused her too, but that's still no excuse for a woman to get up here talking reckless like this. It's unbecoming for a woman. Okay, real talk. I don't mean to be like that, but that's the problem with the whole pick me thing. I don't even like using that term, but let's go there. That's the problem with the pick me situation with a lot of these women. They think that they're special, that Umar's going to pick them. He don't give a shit about you. That's why he had you up inside these mold infested buildings, getting all that money from you, and in some cases getting them draws too. See that? But you'll talk shit about a man that ain't gonna do you like that. Ain't that interesting? Let's go.
You need to worry about focusing on your own house.
You. Now watch what Umar says.
Booty bandit.
Okay. No man should be talking like that. Okay. It's ridiculous. And the other thing too is notice Umar don't take care of his kids, right? And by this time, he's living inside his mama's house.
You bisexual.
Yeah, see, and she's actually kind of uncomfortable with him saying that. That's why she rocks forward a little bit. If you look at the body language, because really she's trying, this is supposed to be her rant, but Umar takes it over. She jumps in though, but watch this. It's interesting.
Don't worry about us. You need to worry about focusing on your own house.
You booty bandit. You
see that? She's uncomfortable. Okay, watch how she leans forward. She doesn't know how to respond to this.
Sexual booty bandit.
And listen to Umar's voice too. Okay, what kind of man uses that type of terminology in the first place? But furthermore, if you're supposed to be a school principal and a school psychologist, why would you be talking like that?
Seriously, you so focused on what we're doing.
You got a loosey goosey booty.
Okay, why would any man talk about another man like that unless you're homosexual? See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Where I come from, we never talk like that. I know it's different. This video's from 2020, but Umar's from my generation. He's like a little bit over a year older than I am. Where I come from, we don't talk like that. And to this day, we don't talk like that. But that's how Umar talks. But that's not the language from heterosexual men. And I don't listen, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to the LGBT community, none of that stuff. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying that heterosexual men, we don't talk like that. Real quick, today, was it? No, it might have been yesterday. My wife and my oldest daughter, they were talking about the pronouns and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. I said, I don't understand it quite, but you know, I kind of understand it. And they were talking about a young man who, well, I shouldn't even say that because he's a boy, but he's transitioning to becoming a girl. And I was like, what you mean? I said, well, that he's going through this transition and he's becoming a girl. I said, well, he's still a boy though, right? And they was like, no. And I said, she said her pronoun is her. I said, no, but he's still a boy. And then my daughter, she was like, Dad, you can't be like that. And anytime she speaks up, I said, okay, because she normally leave. She's real cool, real chill. And she was like, listen, Dad, that's not how the world is these days. You got to understand and you got to be respectful. And I was just sitting there. She's lecturing me and shit. Then I was like, okay, well, listen, I'm sorry. Anytime you start going off on me, I know I done said something wrong. I apologize. I won't do it again. So I'm saying all this to say, no disrespect to the LGBT community, but if you're heterosexual, you shouldn't be talking like that. And the fact that Umar's talking about that is unbecoming. Okay, here we go.
You booty bandit. You bisexual booty bandit.
Seriously, you so focused on what we're doing.
You got a loosey goose.
See, she doesn't want to go there. You see how she's saying she tries to divert the conversation a bit away from that because it makes her uncomfortable.
Don't worry about us. You need to worry about focusing on your own house.
You booty bandit. You bisexual booty bandit.
Seriously, you so focused on what we're doing.
You got a
see how she says seriously? But she's trying to get back to her point as opposed to Umar talking reckless. This is really reckless, especially for a heterosexual man. I'll propose that there are homosexuals that won't even talk like that. Real talk. Okay, but where I come from and from my era, okay, I know it's different because I grew up in a different time period. You don't talk like that. You're supposed to be a school principal and a psychologist too.
Loosey goosey booty.
Yeah, that's wild right there.
He got a loosey goosey booty.
Yeah, she's laughing. and that one guy, he called me a bati boy. I remember it was reason not. It was last couple of years I've realized what that meant because Umar called Tariq Nasheed about the boy. I didn't know what that meant. one time I was because every once in a while I go back to that video for laughs, right? When Umar was going at Tariq and Tariq roasted Umar, and I was watching the part where Umar called him a booty band. No, not booty. He called him a bati boy, and my wife heard it. I was like, "What is it?" And she was like, "Oh my," something like that. I said, "Well, what does that mean?" She says, "You don't want to know." She ended up explaining it to me though, because she grew up in the island. She explained it to me. I said, "Oh my God." Anyway, that one guy, that one goofy dude, he called me a booty. He called me a bati boy.
And while we're sitting up here painting for the children, what we're doing.
You got a loosey-goosey booty. He got a loosey-goosey booty.
And while we're sitting up here painting.
What did he say at the last part though? He said something. Maybe he said my name about that boy Lenon or something like that. I don't know.
For the children, you're painting this bullshit ass narrative about what we're doing. You're so focused.
Girl, you ain't doing nothing but running after Umar's skirt. And he don't like you. He didn't want you. You was trying to be a pick-me. So cut it out. And where you at now in 2026? Nowhere.
It's about what we're doing in Wilmington. What's
Pussy Crush chat?
Oh, he tried to go at the Cookie Crush chat too. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
He was on his Pussy Crush chat last night. He was on his Pussy Crush chat.
Yeah, really, Umar, he's really upset. That's why he's talking like this.
He said you had a wet pussy and you sent a pic to it.
Listen, there was this gay guy back then. I can't remember his name right now. I have the video, I can find it. But he said that I was sending booty pics. It's funny now. It wasn't funny back then. It's funny now. But he spread these rumors. There was other people too that was spreading all these rumors back then. I don't want to say that those were the good old days, but those were the golden era of all this because it was wild, wild west. Okay, things are a lot different now. But there's this one guy. He said that I sent him. I don't remember how his story was, like how he contacted, or if he said I contacted him or he contacted me or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But he said that I ended up sending him a booty pic. Listen, my generation, we don't. It just doesn't even compute. Why would you send anybody a booty pic? Okay, if you heterosexual, why would you do that anyway? Why would you send it to a woman? You know what I'm saying? Now, again, we're in 2026 now, so I don't know what kind of shit's going on. But from where I come from, if that's just, and we didn't have the internet back then anyway, but still, that's not something that's going to pop into anybody's mind. Like, I'm going to send even a woman a booty pic. If a man sent you a booty pic, what would you think? Yeah, it sure was, James. That was fake messages and all that. That was wild back then. James, but salute. James been around a long time. See, it's a lot easier these days to be a Umar Johnson critic because so many more people they've woken up to this, and there's so many more critics now. But back then in the early days, it was rough. It was so rough. Blackwood says he said you got with him on Craigslist. No, that's what Poetic Flocka was talking. He came up with that narrative back then. That's when he's blown up. He's doing good too, and I'm proud of him because he ain't doing the type of shit he was doing back then. And he's young, so people get caught up. And D. Darrell, who about to go to jail, he's the one that was promoting all that stuff back then because he was paying people to go attack Umar Johnson critics. It wasn't just me. He was paying his critics. He was paying different people to attack many other Umar Johnson critics. But that's the one. I'm talking about somebody else. This is another guy. I can't think of his name right now. I have the video. I could find it. But that was a whole nother narrative that was being promoted. But I don't think that's what Umar's talking about though here. I think he's talking about the other one. Just another gay guy. It's a gay guy who had a child, and then he said he was a Christian later on. He also later on, and respecting him, and I know some people are like, well, you shouldn't. But no, respecting him because later on he admitted that he made it all up. I have that video too. I'm talking about the guy that said I sent the booty pic. It's just weird. I don't see why anyone would do something like that. You know, I guess I could see a woman sending that to her husband or something. I guess, you know, But a man sending that to anybody, unless you're gay, I guess that would make more sense. But I don't get that at all. I just don't get it. Anyway, the fact that Umar he runs with those types of stories, and he was calling me gay and all this kind of stuff, I took offense to it back then, But I think the deeper issue is that the fact that Umar, he goes there, but he's supposed to be the one who's a school psychologist, a principal. He's supposed to be opening up a school for all black boys. And yet, look at how he talks. Okay? It's unbecoming, and it's unbecoming for Tifta Griff too. I think she was uncomfortable with that. I could tell, because that's not what she was trying to go at. She's talking about something else. Umar got to go on this whole other stuff, this P. Diddy type stuff. U225 says, no, 225's jokes are the open source property of the Cookie Crush chat. He said open source. I know you in tech. That's cool. I like that. Open source property of the Cookie Crush chat. Please feel free to use my jokes wherever you see Umar Johnson's Bigfoot. Stay on his shine. Okay, well, that last part, we're going to pause on that. Thank you, user 225. He said open source. That's hilarious. Enterprise says part 3 going to be a movie. Hi, Umar, you bum. Yeah, well, I emailed you back. If you get video footage and you want to come on and talk about it, let me know. We can do that, because we're going to be getting it in for the 4th of July weekend. Shout out to Enterprise. What's up, Tig? Says, why are her eyes so close together? I don't know. I have no idea. And again, Tifta Griff isn't doing what she used to do back then. I think she had a wake-up call with this whole Umar Johnson saga and the school scam, but she was the main person that was out front defending Umar. There were other people too. It was mainly women back then, but it became men later on. It was gay men, interesting enough. There were also heterosexual men too. I remember there was this one guy. He was going at me and other people for a long time. I can't remember his name either. But come to find out, someone doxed his information. He was arrested because he was talking Pan African, and Umar talking about how we got to commit to black women. Well, his information come out, and it was something like he got arrested for not that he was prostitute. I don't know what the term is, but he was dealing with a prostitute, and he got arrested for it. And it was a white prostitute. And that information got out, and then he started being an Umar Johnson critic all of a sudden. I mean, back then it was crazy. But Tifta Griff, though, she was the main person back then. There was other people too. Thanks, Tig. May the force be with you. Okay. User 225 says Tifta Griff's statement didn't age well, and neither did she. Let's not do that. Okay, I'll try to be kind to the ladies, but pick me at this point. I can say it. It's because it's the truth of the matter. That's a lot of these women. They think that they're special. Umar don't care about none. In fact, Umar didn't like her. I talked about that years ago. It's amazing that she still was rocking for Umar, but you can tell that he didn't like her. He didn't like her around. He didn't like when she would talk. None of that stuff. But at a certain point, I think she woke up, and good for her. She's not defending Umar. I haven't seen her, going at people or anything like that. Good for her, right? Thanks. Let's see. User 225, and then Enterprise says Umar is saying, "Yeah, I know." No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, all right. Okay, okay, all right. Tig says Umar claims to teach children when he is. Yeah, he is. Umar is in a state of arrested development. He is like a child. He doesn't know how to regulate his emotions, and even on this rant right here, it's thoroughly inappropriate. And he doesn't have enough self-awareness to say, hey, listen, I shouldn't be talking like this. That same year, I think that was the same year, he went on Lord. Yeah, it was the same year. I think it was in 2020. He went on Lord Jamar's podcast and said that I mess with children. He sure did. He said I mess with little boys. That's what he said. Did he say little boys or boys? I can't remember. But he said one or the other. I could pull that up too. Maybe in the marathon I can pull that up. That was a pull. That was crazy. Umar went crazy on that one. But Umar, he's childish. The setting rant is another example of that. No emotional regulation, didn't think about the consequences, how this would play out, how people would perceive that. And a lot of people, they record from Umar because of the setting rant. There were people who recorded from Umar because of these statements right here. Because I looked in the comment section when that video initially went up, and there were people saying, I can't believe you're talking like that. You're supposed to be opening up a school for black boys. Okay. Okay, thanks, Tig. User 225 says, I promise you, TBGL people are far more classy than Umar. I don't even know what TBGL is. What's that? TBGL. I hope it ain't nothing crazy. Oh, okay. It's okay. I think you're talking about. It says transformed by God's love. Is this it also says TV digital integrates 2D and 3D hardware accelerated graphics. What are you talking about? Let me see something now. What is this? What does that stand for? Anybody know in the chat room? Again, I don't know. It says rainbow, so I'm assuming it's associated with the LGBT community. Yeah, because there's a unit. Yeah, okay, maybe that's what that is. Anyway, I apologize. No disrespect. I just, again, I come from a different generation, and it's LGBT backwards. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I apologize. I wasn't gonna say I feel stupid, but I don't know. Okay, and no disrespect again, but back in the day, when I was growing up, I didn't really have like negative views about the LGBTQ. But then when I got in conspiracy theories, that's when because a lot of that was based on I don't even want to recite that. But when I got into that, that's when I started having all these negative views. But since that time, I've grown and I've matured. Okay. Anyway. No, I don't. What is that? I'm sure if I asked my children, they would probably know. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I know now. I'm getting my education. Okay, good question. I get my education. Okay, no, Buki Crush Chat is what. Okay. All right, use a 225. I be feeling bad for Umar sometimes. Boy, that's sad. So sad. Say Umar, you don't cut it out. All right. Black Wolf says Stephen was his name. Him and Flacco was working together. Yeah, that was the guy's name. Okay. But see, the thing is that Stephen, later on he came out and he admitted that he made it up. I have the video. So I know it sounds weird, but you can only respect someone for doing something like that. I don't respect what he did back then, but the life, we all make mistakes, and it's about getting things turned around. Now, Flacco never apologized. Okay? That would be nice if he did. Okay, but it is wisdom. I'm happy for him because he's doing a lot better, and he's not doing what he was doing back then. And I'm not excusing the behavior because he's his own man, but back then he was heavily influenced by Dempsey Spears. And Dempsey Spears was paying people to attack Umar Johnson critics. And now Dempsey Spears is facing I think it's a 9-count federal indictment for fraud. He used to call me a fraud. He said I was a scammer. He said I was gay. He said I was abusive to my wife. He was saying all kind of crazy shit. Meanwhile, this guy at that time, and see, the thing is that I've already thought about it. He don't realize that he destroyed himself by being online, behaving like that. And I've seen other people do that too. See, his life did not get better. It got worse and worse and worse. But the whole time, it wasn't like he was scamming. He was scamming. What was it? Let me read it to you guys, because it was like, I'm not saying like $10,000 or something like that. No, his indictment. You guys can look it up. Dempsey Spears. It'll come up. So, Office of Inspector General. So I'll read it to you. Clinic owner arrested in multi-million-dollar fraud scheme involving non-existent psychotherapy services. Houston, a 47-year-old Houston resident, at least back then, it was 47, has been taken into custody for his alleged role in a $4 million Medicare fraud and identity theft scheme. He used to call me a scammer. Announced U.S. Attorney Nicholas J. Ganjay. He came onto the scene too back then, lying on people, and he said that I had doctored audio of Umar. I've never done that, but that's how he came onto the scene, just lying. But during that time, he was scamming. He was committing fraud. It says Dempsey Spears made his initial appearance before U.S. Magistrate Judge Richard Bennett. A federal grand jury in Houston returned a 9-count indictment September 23rd. This is from last year or the year before, which was unsealed upon his arrest. The indictment alleges that from 2016, so by the time he comes on the scene, he was already involved in this scam, this fraud. From 2016 to 2024, Spears submitted false and fraudulent claims to Medicare for psychotherapy services that were never provided. Yeah. And then there's another. Let me read you all this other one. Clinic owner arrested in multi-million-dollar fraud scheme involving non-existent psychotherapy services, October 1st of 2025. This is when it became online. a 47-year-old resident, Houston resident, has been taken into custody for his alleged role in a $4 million Medicare fraud and identity theft scheme, announced U.S. Attorney. Okay. He had made his initial appearance before this judge. Let's see. Because I already read that part. So according to court documents, Spears owned and operated 2 mental health clinics, transitional life counseling and consultation in Texas City. And I have videos of that, of one of those things too. And Spears Community Services in Mesquite. He allegedly continued billing under the names of 7 licensed clinical social workers after he resigned from TLC, after they resigned from TLC. So people who have resigned, he used their information to continue billing. That's a fraud. The charges further allege he submitted claims for services purportedly provided to Medicare beneficiaries. He also said me and my wife was involved in Medicare fraud back in the day. Tiffany Griffin used to spread that rumor too. Medicare beneficiaries who were deceased at the time of the bill treatment. Diabolical. From 2016 to 2023, Spears allegedly billed Medicare approximately $4 million in fraudulent psychotherapy claims tied to the 7 former LCSWs and was paid approximately $1.5 million. If convicted, Spears faces up to 10 years in federal prison for each count. Boy, I tell you. If convicted, Spears faces up to 10 years in federal prison for each count of healthcare fraud. He could also receive an additional 2 years of aggravated identity theft, which must be served consecutively to any other prison term imposed. The charges also carry a possible $250,000 maximum fine. And that's pretty much all of it. Anyway, this is serious. So we'll see how this plays itself out. Okay, this was updated November 13th of 2025. And I already looked into Dempsey's financials too. He's in a mess of trouble because he used to brag about that house and stuff. He's underwater big time on that house. He can't afford that house. The reason why he got it was because he was committing fraud, millions of dollars. And he used to call his people inside of his chat room the Broke Brothers chat room. And he used to say, oh, Lenon is broke, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I ain't never scammed, and I wasn't trying to get no. He said $4 million Medicare fraud, and look where he's at today. But see, part of it was that he was corrupt before he got online. Talking about Umar, because he was involved with the whole manosphere before that. There's people who called him out on that. So it's a behavior pattern. But he destroyed himself. All the time he spent going at people, paying people to attack other people, and I'll propose that some of that money that he paid these people was coming from this scam. But all that time and effort that he was spending online, that should have been put into his businesses, but he destroyed himself by being online, right? Anyway, thanks, Black Wolf, for the super chat. Okay, and then user 225 says, Lenon can't send Shango pics, files. All right. That's what in the world? We'll leave that right there. T says, then remember Dempsey's music, a body roll? Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I ain't gonna pull it up though, because we gotta actually we need to start winding this down. We're gonna go until 10 my time. So we got about 45 more minutes. Yeah, but I remember that we played that Dempsey. See, Dempsey, when I started doing like songs and stuff, he started trying to do songs too. I mean, it's just like it's an interesting character, really interesting character. But he's hemmed up now. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah. And then he got online one time, was lying, talking about how there was a record deal or contract or something, like he had an audition. He just making shit up. Anyway, I think that's probably why. Yeah, that was called Creepy People was one of them. Let me go find it, Jimmy. Jimmy, you want me to go find it? Hit the one if you want. A lot of people like, no, because y'all heard it already. You're like, no, don't do it. Yeah, it was called, one of them was called Creepy People. He had another one though too. I can't remember what that other one was called. Yeah, but I can't feel sorry for the guy because he hurt a lot of people and didn't have any type of remorse. Again, I think he's a sociopath. A lot of people that be committing these type of levels of fraud are sociopaths. Okay, it's not coming up, so I may have saved you guys some unnecessary stress. Because I'm pulling up his. Oh, I know why. Wait, hold on a second. I know why. Hold on. It may come up this way. Nope, it's not coming up. Anyway, let me try one other thing. Yeah, it's still not coming up. Yeah, I'll look for it while we get through some more of these videos. YouTube Defi says, I date Tiff. I want that Tiffy Griffy Jiffy. All right. You will hear those sweet notes on the camera. Yeah, I'll pull it up a little bit later. Let's get back on track here. We got blown off. Anyway, this is all part of the Umar Johnson saga. There's been a lot of ups and downs, and there's people who they've hurt a lot of people. I've been very careful not. I just wouldn't want to do that in general. I just wouldn't do that. But there are people who they don't care. You know, it's about trying to cause harm to other people and attack people and make up lies about people. I've never done that. Now, I've made mistakes and I've apologized when I have. I issue public retractions, but my intent is not to harm anybody. It's about telling the truth and exposing Umar for the pathological liar that he is, right? And I've given him a lot of grace too. But unfortunately, there were people that Umar Johnson used back in the day to attack his critics. And Tiff the Griff was one of the main people. Dempsey Spears was one of the main people too. There's other people too that used to do that, and most of them, they're not doing that anymore. Okay, so good for them. I just want to see growth, and I want to see people doing better. That's all that matters to me. Okay. All right. Let's get back to. Did we finish this? Let's see.
So nasty. I'm gonna start calling you hot chocolate Utah.
Yeah, you should. If you're heterosexual, you shouldn't be thinking to call another man hot chocolatey. Okay, Umar. Okay, get it together.
Hot chocolate in Utah. Lucy Goosey. Lucy Goosey.
We're still putting in work for these children. I should.
He had a.
See, she's trying to talk about the children, but Umar, he talking all this P. Diddy type of talk.
Lucy Goosey.
That must be why the judge got the rainbow flag.
You.
What did he say? You goofy. He over there goofy. That's why the guy who got the rainbow flag. What do you got?
Recto revolutionary.
Oh, that's diabolical. Yeah, he is. He's mad, but you can also hear it in his voice too. What it reminds me of is like it's like a demonic type of thing because it changes. You don't hear Umar sounding like that, but that's because he's really angry.
Say what up to the people, Manny in Kenya. Manny.
Oh, poor Manny. Yeah, he passed away. Rest in peace to brother Manny. Yeah, and Keita has a twin too. She's the twin. They came out to help Umar with the block party. Okay, let's get back to the main video here, and I'll see if I can find that Dempsey Spears video. I got everything too. I got to tell you, I got videos on people that was going at me back in the day that I can show, and they wouldn't want those videos to get out. I'll tell you that. But I give grace. You know, as long as people doing better, that's all that matters to me. Okay. I think we were on the tour video. No, because we did 2022. Okay, let me find it.
So because you open next year,
you know what? Take
we did 2020.
So because you open next year.
Moving back. Yeah. Why you holding your nose? Because of what?
The smell.
What it smell like?
It smells like a building's been shut up.
Moving back. Yeah. Why you holding your nose? Because of what?
The smell.
What it smell like?
It smells like a building's been shut.
You trying to keep the carpets in the room?
I'm gonna talk that over with the carpentry because I don't know how much water damage.
Oh, here's that lady right here too.
All right, y'all. FDMG. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, so this is the twin, but this is that gym. This is the small gym again, and they had this was before the block party, but you can see that white film there, on the ground. You can see it. Okay, the water was still coming up here. This is from 2021. We're in 2021 now, but the water was still an issue, even though Umar said he was going to get it corrected in 2020. Yeah, I feel bad for these young ladies. Well, y'all have no clue getting caught up in this mess. But the point is, if you look on the ground, you can see the white film, which is mold. So it could be mildew, but mildew is a form of mold. All right, and then there's one other one from, let's see, this is 20. I think I already showed this. Let me just make sure. 2020.
You're live. We getting it ready. We working.
Okay, yeah, this is when they were actually mopping in here. If you look way in the back, you'll see the black mold back there. There's a brother that mentions it too, and Umar said that they're just going to wipe it off. You can see it right there too. Here, let me let a little of this play because this is an excellent example in the small gym with the black mold situation.
I'm like, all right. Hey, Roman, like, all right, you hit too hard, man. Come here.
Peace and black power. Peace and black power. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism. We live and direct. This is the second annual. We're going to call this a pre-cleanup day. You know what I'm saying? We still got to move some furniture, but we got the gym. Both gyms were taken care of today. This was the gym cleanup day. We had a special gym cleanup day today for all the brothers and sisters who came out the day before yesterday for the Patriots Day anti-protest. We are in the Nat Turner Gymnasium, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. This gymnasium is dedicated to the memory of the two greatest African revolutions to take place in the Western Hemisphere. That's the revolution of Haiti and the revolution of the Prophet.
He always talk about Haiti.
Nat Turner, brothers and sisters. We cleaned up the other gymnasium. I still got to come up with a name for that. I might name that one after my mother, though. That might be Queen Mother Barbara Gymnasium. We working on that, but the Queen Mother got to get...
No, cut it out. Let me skip through. You guys saw the mode, right? Let me just see if we can catch it real quick. There it is back there in that corner. It's also up against that wall. And someone mentions it at a certain point, but I'll play. There it is again. Okay, that's black mode. So it's not just the white powder mode that's on that gets on the surface. It's also that, see this? This is black mode too. It speaks to the issue that this is, it's infested. Okay. And just because you can't see mold at times doesn't mean that the mold spores aren't present. And they end up mopping this with no ventilation, and all it does is perpetuate the mold once it dries up, once it starts to dry up. Van Varner says, did the Delaware Health Department condemn FDMG? No, not that I know of, but the city of Wilmington, they suggested, excuse me, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, just suggested they tear the buildings down. They're in the horrible shape. Okay? And again, Umar can paint all he wants to, but that doesn't mitigate the health issues that are associated with these buildings. Based upon Francisco's research too, these health issues, they existed with the Moyer Academy, which is something I didn't know. These issues existed back then too. Okay, so shout out to Francisca, because she did the research on that. Thank you, Van Varner. U225 says Umar Johnson not the only one with the conscious stuff. All right. Yeah, you be doing too much. All right, so I just want to show this gym, and then we're going to move into 2021. But this is the video that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, so this is Dempsey Spears, and again, the reason why he started to do music is because I used to do music. It's interesting. There are people who, well, let me not say that because I don't want to sound arrogant. I'll just say this: that there are levels of mimicry that I've noticed in different people that have come onto the scene. Some of them, they're not around anymore, and he's one of those individuals. Okay, it didn't seem as if he was a happy person, that he knew why he was here on the planet. I don't think he wanted to be a psychologist at all. And I think he was trying to find himself, but you're not going to find yourself on the internet. That's not how that works. I've been there with the conspiracy theory paradigm. Okay. But him trying to be a musician, it's a source. It's dealing with mimicry. Listen, let me, cause I don't want to sound arrogant. I have the videos too. He used to call himself the dark-skinned LenonHonor. Who does that? Okay, because it shows he has an issue with his skin color. It's a colorism, and he's talked about it because he's talked about how, I don't, about people think I look and all this stuff. Okay, those are internal issues. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It shows that he had issues with his own skin color and his looks. Okay, but if you're trying to figure that shit out online, that's not the appropriate place to do that. So he used to call himself the dark-skinned LenonHonor. Okay, and then he would try to sing songs and all this kind of stuff. Just really interesting. All right. Anyway. Yeah, he might be doing some serious jail time by the end of this year. That's a nice hat, though. I'll tell you that.
People, let the real show you that old school.
I'm assuming that Creepy People was a woman, because he used to do that. He used to make these sexually explicit songs about women that would be in his chat room and shit.
Let the real show you that old school love and giving me the blues, giving
Giving him the what?
Me the blues, yeah.
Oh, giving him the blues.
Yeah. Let me give it to you all day long. I know you watching me on YouTube.
What in the world? Let's go. Yeah, he used to call himself the dark skinned little. I said, man, this is No. That's not what he said. He said the blues. That's what he said. 100% real man is offended right now. He's like, somebody said Milli Vanilli.
I know you're thinking about me when you go to sleep, wondering if
this chat room is crazy.
I can go deep, feeling guilty when you're waking up in the morning and wondering what D-Darrell is doing, wondering if D-Darrell can make love to you all over. Oh, let D-Darrell show you that old school love and creepy people. Let D-Darrell show you that old school love and giving me the blues, giving me the blues, yeah. Loving when you hearing my voice.
Here, I think this is the one.
This is D-Darrell at the practice today. This is another R&B practice session. I'm going to cook up a beat for you right quick. Nice R&B track, something kind of with some elements of trap beat in there with some 808, some nice hi-hats. We're going to have some dark songs kind of in it with some piano, nice bass line.
Okay, let's get to it.
And it goes kind of like this. So,
all right.
And then I kind of kick in a little,
okay,
with the hi-hats.
I'm all encouraging and shit because I'm a musician. I like to see people, if working through, musical thoughts and ideas and get better and stuff.
Nice simple beat, just getting it going. With the clap.
All right. Yeah, my daughter, my second daughter, she making focaccia bread. I can't wait. She can cook like her mama. Yeah, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Sometimes I not as much as I used to, but I'll get down on myself because I wish I was further along. But then when I really further along in life, because I'm older, but then I just think about my family and what I have, and I'm so blessed. I got you guys too, so I shouldn't be. When I get like that, I shouldn't be. I've gotten better at it though, not getting like that. But I can smell. Because she said she was gonna make some focaccia. I can smell it now. She can cook like her mama. My kids, they're good people. Anyway, here we go.
See?
Okay.
Now let me hit the bass line up.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. See, that's nice. I'm feeling that.
Okay. I think he's gonna sing.
understand this is just, 4 bars. But you can make a whole song around this. You can take out some elements, add some elements.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a practice session on me just talking about how you can just create a melody. I'll just sing a little something.
Okay, here you go.
I've been thinking of how I'm gonna break it to you. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna break it to you.
Okay.
I know that it's hard.
All right.
I know that it's hard.
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking how I'm gonna break it to you. I'm thinking how I'm gonna
Don't be like
break it to you.
chat room. Don't do that.
It's so hard.
No, it's not that. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Let me stop. Because I'm lying now. I ain't gonna do that. I've done that in the past. I'll be trying to make people feel good. I'd say nice things and just be lying. I'm serious. I have a habit of doing that, because I want people to feel good. I'll be saying nice things. I know it's not true, but I do it, and I'm basically lying. I shouldn't do that. I gotta stop doing that. You grooving though.
I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
All right. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Let me take them. Yeah.
Oh, he got another one.
Oh, baby, yeah.
He's trying to sound like what's his name? What's the guy's name? The Urban Hang Suite. He probably used to listen to that when he was in college. That was a great album. It's a classic. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I know you didn't think it was go this way. Nothing else to say.
No, I'm serious. He's trying to sound like Maxwell.
I know you thought it lasts forever. Oh, baby.
Here we go. What's up, Eric? Here we go.
Okay. So tell me what you think about it. This is D. Durrell, DDS Sounds.
No, Maxwell, he's awesome. And in fact, his album Urban Hangs, it's a classic in my opinion. It's like up there with Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I put it up there. Yeah.
That's how you doing. This is D. Durrell.
Why do people keep saying Bobcat?
I'm getting ready to play a little jam. I'd like to start with a minute of me rocking on this song. So
he can be rocking. Look, this right here. Yeah, I used to listen to D'Angelo back then too. Yep, Maxwell D'Angelo, Erykah Badu back then. Yeah, boy. Look at this t-shirt. Oh man. man. It says, I know you want D to boy. Yeah, he got his do-rag on. Chat room. Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just ironic. See? Yeah, and he hurt a lot of people. He did, and he's facing a 9-count indictment for Medicare fraud.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is D Durrell with DDS Sounds. I got some good news for you all guys. I just received a new opportunity musically. This is actually probably one of about, I think, maybe 4 or 5 letters of interest in regards to my music.
Yeah, he lying. He lying his ass off.
I'm going to read the email to you. I've had some from some A&Rs that have contacted me before in the past, who pretty much wanted me to audition for a couple of things. They wanted me to go to Austin to do the SWSX.
Lying, boy.
I needed that. Also, I had a person that wanted me to go on tour, which I can't do. I can't do tours. I'm pretty much, at this point for me, unless I'm getting a situation where I'm getting paid a certain amount of money, will I, basically go away from my businesses and so forth to...
The business was scams. He's so delusional.
To actually perform. I'm okay with being hot locally, statewide, or something like that, maybe even regionally, but not going all over the place. But I'm going to read the email to you, and I'm going to tell you what they're pretty much talking about. So this is the music department from Music Discovery XO. This is actually an indie music company or music label. They deal a lot with independent labels. So the person says, "Good day. I found your music on YouTube and hope it's all right to contact you." Cool. I don't mind that. He says, "I'm an A&R representative at SRL Music Discovery XO in London. Not familiar with I'm not familiar with SRL Music Discovery. I'm really not. They're an international company. They're British." And he says that an artist relations company, they're an artist relations company representing independent musicians and labels around the world. "We're looking for new music for our radio network, music licensing catalog, and artist promotion roster. I'd like to invite you to audition." Me? Cool. Why not?
Yeah, just delusional. But it's not just this. He was lying on so many different people and spreading all sorts of crazy and horrible rumors on about people who were critics of Umar. He later became a critic of Umar too, by the way.
Now I got to figure out. I'm going to finish the next half of it, but I'm going to definitely respond back. I want to let them know that I'm very interested. And I'm going to have to pick out a song that I'm going to audition. I got to make it hot. I got to make sure everything is cool. So It also says, subject to a successful audition, Music Discovery XO will get your music heard by entertainment industry professionals and fans around the world, and help facilitate music licensing and distribution deals, live events and touring opportunities, record label and music publisher deals, and other career opportunities. We will receive a detailed agreement once your audition has been successful. Please do get in touch. It would be a pleasure to hear from you. In the meantime, you can also find out about the audition and reserve an audition ticket. Okay? So now what I'm going to get ready to do, I'm going to get an audition ticket.
That's ridiculous.
And you can see, I'm looking at it.
You can see, I'm looking at, okay.
It says Music Discovery XO, Discover Independent Music. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I have videos. I have a video where he's a lot, because he used to live stream from an office. He would act like he was like this big time psychologist and that he had like a building. No, he just rented out like an office space. It was real small. It was nothing like extraordinary. It's just like he's a run of the mill. Actually, he's a substandard psychologist, but he got online and pretended like he was this big time psychologist. Umar's the same way. But there was this one video where he's live streaming. I have it. He's live streaming, and his assistant comes in and knocks on the door and talks about how he's supposed to be meeting with a client at that time. And instead of him dealing with that situation, he creates this lie, like right on the spot. It's just horrible. He creates this lie. And I don't even think he realized that he was still, his audio could still be heard. I think he thought he muted himself. And he comes up with this lie and tells his assistant to lie to the person and tell them that they're going to have to reschedule, and he was basically blaming it on the client. No, what it was that he was so busy at that time being online doing stupid shit like this and going at Umar Johnson critics that he forgot about a client that he was supposed to meet with. So he literally destroyed his career. It was already messed up anyway because he was scamming with the Medicare fraud, but he gets online and he literally destroys his career, and he actually destroyed his life, because if he faces, he's not going to be able to be a psychologist ever again. That's not going to happen, because his record's going to precede him no matter what. He's done with that. He got hemmed up before where there were sanctions issued against him for shit he was doing that was unethical. But the thing is that if he faces he's already facing criminal charges, but if he goes to jail, when he gets out, he's not going to be able to work like professionally. It's not going to happen. And he's already underwater on his mortgage. He has too much house, and he clearly he can't afford it because it's ballooned. It's crazy. But when he comes out, how is he going to be able to make the amount of money that he needs to even keep that home? So he's literally destroyed himself, you know? So it's a lesson that we can all learn. Again, if you're online and it's benefiting you and you're actually enjoying yourself and it's benefiting other people, that makes sense. But if you're online and you're simply there to cause harm, there's something missing in you. And in addition to causing harm, it actually is disrupting your ability to be functional in society, and you're making a choice between being able to continue with your career or be a productive citizen versus being online attacking people and being involved in all this madness. You're going to have to pay a price, and I've seen it over and over and over again in these YouTube streets over the many years. And he's one of the main people. He was one of the main defenders of Umar back in the day. He doesn't do it anymore. He's facing serious criminal charges. Okay, with the rest of the time, I'm going to go 16 more minutes. I just want to, what I want to do is get through 2021. I'll just pull up, there's about 5 videos and we'll just skim through. I just want to give you guys some more examples of mode. And tomorrow we'll come back and we'll do 2022, 23, 24, and 25. Let me close out this poll question. Was Umar Johnson ever serious about opening up a school? We had over 1,000 votes. 81% said no. 19% said yes. Thanks everyone who voted on that. And right now, we're at 430 likes. Our goal is 500. So we have an outside chance to get to 500. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like button. Okay. And let me just check to see if okay. Yeah. Let me do these super chats real quick. User 225 says, Lenon uses Windows Defender, not malware. No, I don't. I actually use Malwarebytes, by the way. I have a subscription. I do have Windows Defender, but it's unwise to run them at the same time. Okay. Thanks, user 225. All right. Anyway. 225's panel concerto vid is the antidote to Dempsey. Yeah, it is a huge difference right there. But like I said, the only reason why Dempsey's tried to act like he was doing music was because I used to sing songs, and FDMG is coming, and then he picked that up. He did a concert. I have that video too. He did a concert, and he did different songs. It was horrible, and the songs were about me. Okay? And then he was calling himself the dark-skinned LenonHonor. I said, man. Thanks, you5. TJ says, man, that boy, good. Yeah, good and terrible. Yeah. Aaron Nohall Spears. Okay. Come on, dog. That same note too damn off key. Yeah, he always just see the same thing. Baby, I need me a friend. If you can get me a hot wing, baby. He's doing it over and over again. Yeah. Mashed potatoes, baby. Fried chicken. All right, thank you. Same note every single. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. Tia says, "Where's the sad man when you need him?" Okay. And usually device says, "Dempsey, I want to see them vocal." All right, you guys, boy, this chat room. Lenon and Dederell need to do a mixtape together and call it "The Tales of Scam DMG." Yeah. No, I wouldn't work with this guy. Period, because he's unethical. Like I said, he's hurt a lot of people. And he's out here scamming Medicaid, and it's millions of dollars. And he was going at so many different Umar Johnson critics back then. He was going hard and lying on people, creating false rumors and paying people to attack people. And he did this for, it was close to half a decade he was at it. And that whole time he was scamming like big millions of dollars. Okay. And then Tiff Griffith, she was in that part of that too. There was a whole bunch of people. But the way I don't these days, I see it like it's the past. And the way I look at it is that if you do stuff and you involve yourself in that type of stuff, you're always going to have to pay a price. Okay? It may be cool at that time, but you're going to pay a price, and everyone does. Okay. And good or bad, there's going to be consequences. That's why I try my best to keep my hands clean. I know I messed up quite a few times. Okay, I can admit that, but I've always apologized sincerely. But I try to keep my hands clean, and I'm not on here trying to attack people. And that's another thing. I don't get involved with all this extra stuff that be going. I never have. My commitment is to reporting on Umar and to my chat room. That's it. Okay. Thanks, Eric. TJ says, sad. Buddy sent the email to himself. Yeah, I have no idea where he comes up with that, but it's totally untrue. He can't sing. His production is horrible too, and no record company or anything dealing with music would contact him to try to scout, talent scout. They're not going to contact this guy. That's ridiculous. Okay, but he would make up these fake narratives about what he got going on and all this other stuff. He's totally delusional. But he's like Umar, the same thing. Okay, thanks for all the shoots out there, everybody. Let's do this. I want to get into 2021 here, and I'll just do these videos real quick within the next 11 minutes, and then that'll set us up for tomorrow. Okay, here we go.
Some of the work we got to do. I'm gonna show y'all some of the work we got to do. So, y'all see this? This is the HVAC. This is the H. Let me show y'all some of the work.
Okay. By the way, he said the HVAC units was they were intact, but clearly they were not. But I think he goes in the gym. This is what I want to show you. So you can see that same powder mode here. Okay, it's still an issue in 2021. Okay, he acquires these trap banners in February 2019, and it's still a problem. He hasn't remedied the issue of the water that comes up through the pipe.
The drain. We're gonna put a big FDMG logo on the wall. Big FDMG logo.
Yeah, the mold is probably still there. The black mold is probably.
We're gonna change the color of the floor. It's gonna be a big FDMG logo in the middle of the floor. We might change out these quartz and get the ones that go up and down.
Oh, cut it out.
Right.
We just coming up with anything.
The bathroom is good. The sinks is good. New toilet. That's no big deal.
Damn.
New toilet.
Yeah, there's poop in there too.
New urinal. All right, we got to do that. You good, Papa? Talk to me.
Is the bathroom usable?
Bathroom not usable. You know what to do. All right. So we got to do another toilet right there. The toilets is not an issue, brothers and sisters.
No, it's an issue. Here's another one.
The bathroom is good. The sinks is good. New toilet. That's no big deal.
Oh wait, no, I already played this one. Hold on a second.
New toilet. The toilets is not the issue. I could have been got the toilets replaced. The toilets are not the issue. I could have been got the toilets replaced, but you don't want no water in the pipes until you have your HVAC.
No, that's just Umar making excuses. Okay. Okay, here's another one. I'm gonna skip through to when he goes through. I want to get this done in 9 minutes. Yeah, he goes. Yeah, so it's still an issue. This is
some days I
March
come up in
4th.
here, this will be just like you see it.
The mold, the black mold is still in there
And it
too.
doesn't matter if it's raining outside or not, so I don't think
You see it over there? That's the black mold in that corner.
it's weather.
Could be storm drain backing up somewhere else.
Okay.
Johnson, this is Brother Ben.
Brother Ben, how we doing?
You bringing it home?
All right.
Okay, the white dust mold is still
Right.
there.
Brother Ben. All right.
We'll pull up the next one.
So, yeah, this is, we don't know what this is. We got to figure this one out. Nah, this has been here. We've had the school for 2 years, Baba, and on and off. Sometimes I come in here, it'll be dry. Sometimes I come in here and it'll look like this.
But it's coming from there.
We assume it's coming from there.
All right, let me skip through. Yeah, none of these people should be up in there. It's horrible. Okay, let's go to 2021. Excuse me, April 30th of 2021. So he walks through here, and there are some points where you can see it in here too. Let me see if I can catch some of them as I skim through. Yeah, here's that the bookshelf.
Probably be the school library. This will
Okay, you can see that white film.
probably be the school library. This will probably be the school library. Get on your Cash App right now. $ FDMG school. This will be the principal's office. This will be my office. This will be my office right here. The principal's office. Okay? Classroom number 5. We have the bathrooms. We have the boys' bathroom. This is the boys' bathroom. This is the boys' bathroom, brothers.
Yeah, there's still some film you can see on this too. No sinks.
And
So
sisters.
it's not water.
This is the boys' bathroom, brothers and sisters. This is the boys' bathroom. The boys' bathroom. We got the urinals. We got to fix that. Somebody stole the copper, but that's all right. We're going to get it all fixed out. We're going to get it all fixed out. We're going to get it all.
Yeah, he's probably shitting in there too.
Work on the girls' bathroom.
Yeah, you can see the film here too.
We got to do some work on the girls' bathroom.
All right, let me skip through. Yeah, it's on. I'm sure it's on
African youth, brothers and
Let's see if he shows
sisters.
it.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Is liberation.
Yeah, and actually, let me take it back because I think earlier I said that desk wasn't a white top, but I think it's
African
great.
youth, brothers and
I want
sisters.
to take that
That's
back.
what we're talking about.
Yeah. So I want to take that back because before I showed this desk when he didn't have electricity on. Okay, so I want to be actual and factual. I want to retract that.
That's what we're talking about. It's liberation time. It's liberation time, brothers and sisters. No haters, only donors. No haters.
Let me skip through. Okay, he goes. Okay, and then he goes into the gym, the small gym, and you can see the issues are still there. We'll scroll through. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go to the next
Hit
one.
the Cash App, $ FD. We talking revolution. We talking revolution. These are the old school uniforms, but we will be getting new school uniforms. These are the old school uniforms, but we will be getting new school.
Here's the next one from. So at this point, what he did was he buffed the floor. Okay, they cleaned it and buffed it. So you can see how you don't see that the mold now. Okay, but what's interesting is as we move forward, and we probably won't get into it
Just
till
wanted
tomorrow.
to show y'all
It reappears, and if you look way back in the back, that black mold is still there up against the wall. Okay, so I just want to give that example as well. This was the doggy video. Let me play that part. This was crazy.
Pop off. We gonna make it pop off. It's about building a future for the babies, brothers and sisters. It's about building a future for the babies, brothers and sisters. Detroit Friday, Preschool Educators Conference. Atlanta Saturday, Juneteenth, 5 o'clock. But my books will be up in the t-shirts, the Dr. Umar tent. will be up and running from 11 to 11. So you can get your book and your t-shirt all day Saturday in Atlanta from 11 to 11. Hartford, Connecticut, Friday, June 26th, free lecture, book signing. Springfield, Connecticut, Sunday, June 27th, free lecture, book signing. Houston, Texas, July 24th. Excuse me, Houston, Texas, July 10th. Houston, Texas, July 10th. Austin, Texas, July
Randy
11th.
says, notice instantly gave up on uniforms because he knew it would cost money. Yeah, he hasn't mentioned that in more recent years about uniforms for the children, but that was a selling point back then, though, too. That was one of the things he was talking about, uniforms for the St. Paul's, like if he would get the St. Paul's college. If memory serves me correct, I could be wrong on that. But definitely for he was talking about uniforms for sure. I think he did prior to February of 2019. But in February 2019, he was talking about that in the school announcement video. Since that time, you don't hear him talking about that. That's what I'm saying. All of this other stuff that's going on since he acquired these trap banners is thoroughly irrelevant, simply because operating cost and the process of operating is going to be the most significant thing of all. Okay, more than anything else, operating expenses and actually operating, meaning you got faculty and staff, children enrolled in daily operations. But things like uniforms, he ain't talking about that kind of stuff anymore. He ain't talking about that kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's a financial issue. But the other thing is that he's given up on this in essence. Miranda talked about this earlier. It's true. He's given up on this. I think he gave up on this a long time ago. Okay. But he only believed in it because he was delusional in the first place. That's not a good combination. Okay. Thanks, Randy. Nimi says he can sell some mixtapes and CDs at the gas station when he gets out. Yeah, him and Umar be selling pillows. Yeah, the thing is, Dempsey, like Umar, he's a cautionary tale. Okay, he was corrupt before he came on the scene defending Umar and attacking Umar Johnson critics. He was already corrupt. That's why he got on and behaved the way that he did. That's the thing you guys can look out for is if there's no joy in what people are doing when they're online, then there's something that's missing that causes them to be online in the first place. There's something that's missing in their life, or something that's missing in their personality, or lacking in their personality, or more specifically in their personal life. See, the thing is, I have personal relationships. I have a family. I got to take care of these kids. My wife. That's my main commitment. I got you guys too, but we have a good time. We laugh a lot, we joke a lot. We're serious sometimes too, but it's enjoyable. That's one of the reasons why I like getting up on here, because you guys bring a lot of joy to my life, and then it has for years now. It's filtered into my personal life too, and that's a blessing. But if you have people online like Dempsey's, and there's other people too, where they get online and everything is hatred, everything it's just drama filled, and it's faking shit, faking the funk and pretending to be something that you're not, and attacking people and then paying people to attack people and arguing with people online and all that stuff. That's a personal issue. That ain't got nothing to do with Umar. See, so Dempsey he's a cautionary tale in these regards. He was already corrupt before he got on. He was already involved in some serious crimes. But then he gets online and he starts attacking people and paying people to attack. He hurt a lot of people. But time always tells the truth, and karma is undefeated. Okay, one way or the other, we got to pay the price. It's going to be positive or negative, but there's going to be consequences. And that's why I've tried my best to keep my hands clean. I haven't always been, I haven't been perfect at it, but I've tried my best. My focus, like I said, is to report on Umar and to have a good time with everyone inside the Cookie Crush chat. Dempsey Spears, that wasn't his intention. His intention was to get online, cause havoc and hurt havoc and chaos, hurt people and control people so that those people hurt other people. That's diabolical. Yeah, but when he get out, assuming that he's convicted, when he get out, he can try to sell some CDs. He might as well. Thanks, Nimi. Larry says people were too juiced when he bought this campus. Even now, they are so proud. Yeah, some people are. There's a lot of people, though, Larry, from back then that they've given up on this. They're not following Umar specifically for the FDMG school scam. They'll listen to him and they'll follow him for other things when he's talking about other stuff. But I would propose that most of the people from back in the day who were supportive of Umar when he bought this campus, They're not supportive of this. Specifically, they're not supportive of FDMG up there in Wilmington. They're not. I mean, how could they be? There still are people though that are. They still believe. They're delusional like Umar. But it is what it is. The way I look at it is in 2026, if you've been around longer than 3 years and you still believe in this foolishness, that has more to do with the person that believes in Umar, because there's so much information out there dealing with Umar. And then there's also so many critics of Umar. Not all critics of Umar have been fair with Umar. Okay, I've done my best to be fair, right? There's people who've lied on Umar. Okay, I don't appreciate that. I wouldn't. And there's people that lied on me. I didn't appreciate that, right? So I wouldn't want people to do Umar the way that I've been done in certain situations because it wasn't right. So I'm not going to do that to Umar. Okay, I've made mistakes, though. I can admit that and hold myself accountable for that. But most of the people from back in the day, they're not supportive of Umar with this campus. But there are people now in 2026 that when he said that the renovations were completed and now they're going to start with the decorations. Yeah, they were proud all over again. It's delusion. It's a shared delusion. See? You know, one last point I want to make, and we're going to get up out of here. I think that there are Umar Johnson followers. It's what's called the sunk cost fallacy. And that's when people believe that they have to continue to support something because they've already invested so much into it. And it's not just financial. It could be emotional investment. It can be defending Umar online. It could be sending him donations. In some cases, it could be giving up the cooch. Okay, let's be real about it. And because people have done that, and in some cases, they've done it for years, they've invested, they can't turn away from it because they feel like it's a sunk cost fallacy. Right? Like if they turn away, then all, what they paid into this it just disappears. Well, they're paying into something that's an illusion in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So I think there are people that they're proud because this gives them, when Umar makes the announcement the school is ready again, even though he said it in 2023, he said it was open in 2024. When he says it again, it reinvigorates people. And they go right back into being proud of something that is a fallacy. See, and I've seen this happen with Umar over and over again. That's why I say he's a master manipulator, because he's done this to his followers over and over again. Thankfully, Larry, more and more people are waking up. Okay, thank you, Larry. And then Randy says that wrinkle in the gym floor is diabolical. Yeah, it's still there today. That's not going to pass inspection. That's a tripping hazard. That's an OSHA. It's not going to happen. See, and Umar knows that. We've talked about that for a long time. You got mold inside of that, the white powder mold inside of these the small gym, and then you got warping. It's warped inside the flooring because of the water damage. That's not going to pass inspection. And Umar knows that. So why is he saying that renovations are complete? They're not. Yeah. And he knew about that back in 2019. He may have even known about it back in 2017 when he went to go visit the first time. Okay, thanks for all the super chats. Okay, real quick, I know we're up against the clock. I just want to play this part where Umar goes at this. He starts talking shit to this dog. Here we go.
In Texas, July 10th. Austin, Texas, July 11th. Miami, Florida. I'm coming back to South Beach. Miami, Florida. I'm coming back to South Beach. Miami, Florida. Free lecture and book signing on July the 24th. Louisville, Kentucky. Marcus Garvey Day. That's right. Louisville. The Prince is coming back. Rest in peace to Breonna.
This is June 24th, 2021.
Teller, and shout out to the family. The Prince will be there teaching on Garvey the Great on Saturday, August the 14th, Louisville, Kentucky. We got other dates coming. We can't stop. But it's all about FDMG. We can't stop. I know I'm the greatest black scholar of the 21st century. I know I'm the greatest Pan Africanist of the 21st century. I know I'm the most requested. I know I'm the intellectual giant of this millennium, but I'm going to be humble today.
Thank you for the kind words.
I'm going to be humble today.
Thank you so much.
Because I need you to understand, overstand, and under.
And I have to say one other thing too. And I appreciate the kind words. It's easy to get caught up. It is so easy. Even if you come into this with good intentions, I'm talking about just social media, and in particular, if you're covering the Umar Johnson saga, it is so easy to get caught up. And I learned some serious lessons earlier on. But these days, there's a decorum. In the first place, we have to be fair with Umar. We have to be honest, and then the other thing is we have to have a good time. We have to have a good time. Okay, so thank you for those kind words. I appreciate it. We're almost done. Here we go.
overstand, and understand. I'm fasting right now, and I ain't even broke my fast yet. I'm fasting right now, and I ain't even broke my fast yet. I'm hungry right now, but I'm hungry for liberation. I'm hungry for freedom. I'm hungry for justice. I'm hungry for independence.
Yeah, he high. That's what it is. He on some upper kind of thing. No, you hungry. That's all it is.
I'm hungry for Pan Africanism. I'm hungry for repatriation. I ain't had nothing to eat all day. And I'm not worrying about that because I'm living off of the energy of the Most High. I'm living off of the energy of the Orishas, the Loas, the Abusums, the Netters, the ancestors,
Now, by the way, the Sixers, they signed Dean Wade to a 4-year, $39 million contract.
spirit gods, brothers and sisters. I ain't ate all day. I don't even know if I'm hungry because, woo, we got the doggy out here. This dog keep on pissing on my damn yard. Who dog is this? Whose dog is this? See, it look like he gonna try to start shitting again. Yo, you. Hey, stop shitting in the yard, family, okay? We got to do something about this dog. Well, he done already shit it, so I think he done for the night. He might be fasting too. Shit, I don't know.
He's not fasting anymore. Cut it out. It's a nice looking dog, though. It's like a husky.
This dog got a black owner or white owner?
Black and white.
Mix. It's a mixed race. Whoa!
No, it's a what they say, it's some kind of
Mixed race couple.
it's like a something.
So this is a snow bunny dog? The dog is mixed
Oh my God. Yeah, it does kind of look like a wolf too.
race? It's a snow bunny dog? Oh, black folks. But you said mix.
I'm saying as far as the dog itself.
Oh, the dog is mixed. Oh, I thought you said
Umar, he's so spoiled. Let's okay, real quick. And then here's these other two real quick. We'll skip through.
All right. Peace and black power. We
Okay, this is June 24th
in here.
Of
Where my
2021.
Facebook supporters at? We done already gave Instagram some love.
All right, that's Zora. I just want you guys to take a look at the floor. Okay, you see how it's cleared up? I'm sure that black mold is in there though. If we take the time to look, we can probably find that too. But that's Zora. This turned out bad for Umar because he ended up going at her and it was a whole big old mess. He went off. Maybe we should cover that during the marathon. That ridge in the floor is still there clearly. All right, but you notice the floor because he buffed it, remember? And then let's go, this is the last one. Let's go to October. So 4 months later, roughly 4 months later. Let's skip through. Yeah, look at the floor. See, it's starting to come back. You guys see it? See, it's a humidity issue. That's what it is. Y'all leave his handles alone.
It did, but I was like,
I'm live.
Damn, see, he got randoms up in there just be coming through. Told y'all it was a kicking spot. Did y'all catch that? We'd be done in 2 minutes.
It comes on automatically when you open the door. Did it come on?
it did, but I was like,
I'm live. Got it. Get in there. There we go. First shot made, brothers and sisters. If I make 10 in a row, who gonna
Yeah, look at the floor. See, it starts to come back.
make a $50,000?
Oh, cut it out.
On that
Y'all see the floor?
Dr. Papa 3-pointer.
Oh,
Hit
cut
the
it out,
Cash App. Hit the PayPal.
Okay, and then tomorrow we'll pick up with 2022. It'll be a shorter show, but we'll just go through the videos 2022. Actually, I don't think I have videos for 2022. 2023, 24, and 25. and I'll show you guys how that
Attending
that
class for
mode
several
starts to
days.
come back. Yeah, it's the kicker spot. He be having randoms coming through. That's what he be having going on up there. Doggone shame. And these trap bandos, it's like Umar's little kicker spot. He got women coming through too. Ain't no telling what's going on in Catch Drill. All right, but we're gonna leave that right there. Thank you guys so much. The plan, I'll be live streaming tomorrow. We'll finish up with this segment, and then I still got to put. Maybe what I'll do, I'll put up a poll on my community tab to see what you got, what day you guys want, and we could do Saturday and Sunday. But I'll put Saturday and Sunday. Saturday as an option, Sunday as an option to do a marathon, and then Saturday and Sunday as an option. We can do back-to-back marathons for the 4th of July. Okay, I'll set that up after this live stream, and then we'll live stream tomorrow as well. And as for the rest of the week, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. Also, I'm working on something special for you guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to have it ready for you guys for tomorrow. Okay, I should be able to get it done for you guys. All right. Thank you guys again for tuning on. Thanks to everyone here. Jason, he's very slow. Yeah. Well, he was high though when he was talking to that dog. So sometimes Umar, you can tell you can tell. Okay, in that case he was. So he's not responding to things like he normally would. Okay, thank you guys again. Did we get to our goal in likes? I don't think we did. Let me refresh this. Yeah, we didn't get. That's okay. That's okay. We got to 465. Our goal was 500. Okay, I'll take that. Take that. Okay, no Diddy. I'm just saying. Thank you guys for the support. And if you enjoyed the show and you haven't hit that like button, go and hit that like button. Thanks to everyone who voted on the poll earlier. Also, thanks to the mods for handling business. I'm going to be clearing out mods that aren't around anymore, and then I'll be redistributing some of those wrenches to people. I know I've been saying that for many months, but I'm going to get to it as soon as I can. Thank you guys, everyone inside the Cook Course chat. Thanks for everyone for entertaining. Also, thanks everyone who sent their super chat, super stickers. Thank you for the support. I always have to tell you guys I appreciate it. I've been blessed. You guys have blessed me, and I don't take it for granted. Okay, thank you guys so very much. Okay, Cookie Crush chat, you guys are awesome, and I had a wonderful time with you guys as usual. Okay, we was cutting up, but it's all good. That's what we do. We have a good time. I love y'all. Okay, and as we always do,
I'll continue with my message. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
All right. Black Mario, next time, make it 20. Shout out to Sister Avanti, too, by the way.
Good brothers.
Sister Avanti.
Good sisters.
We appreciate you. Next time, make
I appreciate that $10 donation.
Yeah.
I really do. But next time, make it 20.
Yeah, check it out, Larry, when you get a moment.
She came up smiling after the program was through. Said, brother, here's $10. I'm supporting you.
All right.
I looked at
okay, yeah,
the
get
queen
some sleep. Get some sleep, my
hand. Said, thank you, sister. Then this is what I said.
Yeah, they already
Next
have
time, make it 20.
Times are hard, I understand. Everybody doing the best they can, but dreams this big take more than hope.
You so welcome, Francisco. Thank you so much. Hey, Key Logger, good night to you too.
We not fisking flat tires. We not selling water ices. We building institutions, family.
Yeah, next time make it 500 likes.
Flat tires. We not selling water ices. We building institutions, family.
We have 474.
Next time
we need 26 more. We can get the fucking way. Can't we do it?
I appreciate the 10, but here's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I know. I hear you on that.
Next time make it 20.
But we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much, Bad Jerton. Did I say that right? I probably did. Badger's in.
We building institutions, family.
So stupid. I'm sorry, it's Badger's in. I thought it was German. It's Badger's in.
People asking questions
well, that's
every single day.
Yeah.
How you gonna build it? How you gonna pay?
Shout out to Black Mara. Thank you, sir.
I say one donation, one dream at a time.
Yeah, thank you, Queendom. Thank you for
pitching in to help us climb. This
have a
ain't
good night.
About quick fixes. This ain't about little gimmicks.
Yeah, I like that lyric right there.
Standing tall for the next generation. And
Yeah, Joshua. Some water ice. What's up, Patriots? Thank you this time for tuning in. I appreciate you.
We build an institutions family.
Nina Boo. Aquilo.
We not fisking flat tires. We not selling water ices. We build an institutions
Yeah, we almost here. We almost here.
Next time make it 20.
Yeah, we need 17 more.
Your way. I appreciate the 10, but here's what I gotta say.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was German. That's what it says. Badger Den. That's what I thought it was. The second time, at least, I thought it was Badger Den. You welcome. You're so welcome. What's up, Sugar Rush? Hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. Sugar Rush been around a long time too. Yeah. From the old days. The Wild Wild West days.
What we doing? What we not doing?
Thank you, Soldier.
We not fisking flat tires.
We not fisking. Yeah, thank you, Randy. Dizzy Fresh Test undefeated as usual. We not fisking flat tires.
We doing it. We building
good night, Carlo. Carson.
Now everybody clap your hands. Left side sing. We not fisking flat tires. Right
this song makes me want to dance.
Right side sing. Everybody together. We building institutions.
Yeah, you've been around. You know what the deal is.
Next time make it 20. When prosperity comes through, I appreciate the 10, and I appreciate you too. Yeah. Next time make it 20. That's the message for today. We build an institutions family, and we're doing it all the way.
All right. What's up, Chris?
We not selling water ices. We building institutions family.
Oh man, that was crazy. Filet-O-Fish Fisking Classic.
We not fisking flat tires.
Who's always talking about this Filet-O-Fish? Yeah.
We building institutions family. Next time, make it 20.
All right. Shout out to Black Mar. We'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. We'll try to have something special for you guys. All right. Thank you guys again for tuning on in. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Again, thanks everyone who supported with the super chats and the super stickers. As always, I'm grateful. And thanks for y'all just for coming to hang out. Okay. You guys have really brought a lot of joy into my life, and then it's filtered into my family and everything else. So thank you guys so much. Shout out to everyone who decided to cook, crush out. And again, thanks to the moms for handling business. We'll be back tomorrow. I love y'all. Take care. Peace.